because it will get mean.
Hey everybody, wow, look at us, we're here, wow, crazy. It's the Snark Tag podcast. What a surprise this is. We posted on time, crazy. Maybe, I don't know, I shouldn't make that promise.
Don't do
we're
that.
here with we're here with Sweeney, who I guess is looking a little off-putting. Derek, and we're joined by a good friend of ours, Elvis the Alien. Say hi.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you for having me on.
No problem.
Super
course.
Thank you for
appreciated.
coming.
Yeah,
Double entendre, baby. Thank you for coming.
yeah. I feel like it's been a minute since we've interacted. Really, I know we were in that Discord,
Yeah.
but it's been. I can't
What was in
remember
the
the last
Discord?
time we What?
What was in the Discord? Was it penises?
No. We're in a normal Discord that has nothing to do with
Oh.
sending penises to each other.
I thought Discord was for sending penises or like alt-right like talking points. I thought it was either.
No.
I thought that
It's
was
for it's for people. It's for groomers a little bit, which is really unfortunate. I don't know. Man, that really must suck for Discord. That Discord kitten meme is so like pervasive and unavoidable. Like so many people associate Discord with just creepy, just incels.
The moment you become a mod, bro, something changes in you, and you're like, "Yup." You know what? Girls
Yep.
below the age of 17, kind of my thing. Just immediately.
Yep.
That's because
You ever heard of you ever heard of Foodanardi? You ever heard of it's this new phenomenon? Because I heard that's the hot ticket.
Fuda?
Yeah, Fuda. That's the hot ticket. It's like interchangeable. It's like a lightsaber in Star Wars. It's like Discord and Fuda. It's like that. It's really that important to fucking Discord.
I hate this.
Apparently, that's what I've learned.
the only reason people like have these thoughts about Discord is because the only time you ever hear about Discord is when someone's being exposed for something,
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, it's literally it's not even their fault, that poor company.
Yeah.
I feel so I mean, they do have those like awful loading screens
Yeah.
where it makes me kind of like question why I'm even using it.
Yeah.
But it goes away quick enough that I'm like, all right, well, I guess everybody's here, so of course I'm using it. But though they lost the plot of the narrative immediately because it used to be like Twitter DMs, that would leak. It's like, oh, it turns out this guy's an asshole in secret, or like, oh, turns out, text messages would leak.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you never saw like iMessage or Twitter have that same like association, despite the fact that those places used to be where these leaks would happen. Now it's like, if there's a leak on Discord, it's always of that nature.
It's always
Yeah.
some fuck
And
shit.
yeah, it's never good. If there's ever like a positive Discord leak, you all have permission to assassinate me, because I can say that because it will never happen.
That's
There's no
crazy.
such thing.
It's never like someone having a bad day and they're just talking. It's always someone like, "Hey, here's a picture of my penis." And it's like, that's why. Why does everyone is like, Discord's the place, man?
I'm pretty sure I saw a photo of Millie Bobby Brown fisting Drake on Discord.
What the fuck?
Authentically. I'm just kidding. No, I didn't see that.
That's
But
so
I would-
Also,
That's
I
so
wouldn't be
bewildering.
surprised if that thing did exist and then just Drake paid enough money to have it nuked from existence. That's what I think.
the
You
thing
can
that,
quote me on that.
it's so weird that he was texting her.
It's definitely not.
I don't know.
It's definitely not something I'd reveal. It's something never will get revealed by me.
Well, I don't think he did. I think she did. And he was probably like sitting at home like, fuck. Like, damn.
Did
I
you-
told
That's
her
so
not to say
weird.
anything.
Have you guys heard of the Dane Cook thing?
Oh my God!
You guys hear about the
No, what
Dane
is
Cook
this?
thing?
I don't know what happened, but please tell me.
So it's not so much that anything happened. It's just there. So basically, Dane Cook got in. I think he got engaged, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, he got engaged to this.
he got engaged to his longtime love, and his longtime love is 23 now. So
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's 50.
Oh.
He's 50.
Oh,
He's 50 years
the
old.
implications.
He is as old as Walter White was in season 1. And he's dating a 23-year-old.
I think
who he's loved for a long time.
I think he's. I think he met her when she was 15 and he was like 45 or something.
Oh my God! Stop! Oh my God. This is just getting worse.
You know, it's so fucked up. I'm not even like remotely.
Have you seen how? Have you guys seen how battle damaged Dave Cook looks now? He looks like he looks like he went through a few sand sagas, bro. He does not look good anymore. He was like fine. Yeah. He was like fine when I was like 17. I was like, oh, this guy looks sort of like a douchebag. We're like, and then now he just looks like he got hit by a bunch of cars.
He looks like
he hasn't
cars.
He hasn't aged particularly. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like his skeleton got stung by bees and like all of it.
Someone put him in a microwave.
Very confusing. Yeah, he looks microwave.
Yeah. He looks like
there's something. I remember when he first like kind of like showed back up again online. I remember like seeing pictures of him. I was like, oh, geez. I mean, time can only be so kind to so many of us, I suppose. I don't know how the fuck we're. You know, we might look terrible when we're 50, but
it looks like
he did something.
It looks like he saw whatever Indiana Jones tells you not to look at. Like he looks really. He looks
but he only looked at the Ark of the Covenant. He looked at the Ark of the Covenant. He looked at the Ark of the Covenant for about like a real quick
second,
like real quick.
No, I think he saw out the side of his eye. Like he didn't look at it, but like it opened. He was like, huh? And then he looked up. He got enough time to look back before he took it.
Wait, is that's just that's Chamber of Secrets rules? He saw it through like a puddle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's fine if he sees it through a puddle.
He saw it through a puddle, so he only got like bloated a little bit, but everybody else around him melted. But no, that's a real story. But the story is his longtime love, which is the creepy thing. So like,
why would he say that?
I don't know why you would even do this.
Just say I met this.
I mean, why? Sure. People. It's just like, why expose yourself if you're gonna be a piece of shit? Like, why openly be like,
I know.
Hey,
yeah.
It's the thing is that it's so weird is that it's not anyone's business in the first place.
Yeah.
So just don't tell anyone. Just be like, hey, I met this person. That's it.
Well, I don't think he didn't give like an interview or nothing. Like I think people were just it's celebrity culture. People hear about things happening, and someone heard about it and they wrote a thing about it, and I guess they took. You know, it's not necessarily that he told anybody, but at the same time, it's just like, what are you fucking like when Dane Cook was big? What was that like 2005? Like 2006?
Something.
Nah,
MySpace was definitely popping.
It was high school for us. It was like beginning high
No,
school.
it wasn't.
It was beginning high school. So like maybe like 07, 08.
It was a long time ago.
It was 07, 08, man.
Yeah.
I'll go 06 the highest because there's no way he was not popping when I was in high school at all. Like I remember his name's Dave Cook. Dane Cook.
Dane Cook. This guy's calling him
I
Daniel.
remember specifically
Dan Cook.
Daniel Cook.
The kid I found it's way funnier.
Found a Daniel Cook who's funnier than Dave Cook.
It was funny. Well, that's pretty easy.
It's pretty easy. Dude, it was so funny because people like I was always the kid that was like, oh, he looks silly, bro. He looks.
But to me, he always looked like He looked like what Chris D'Elia aspired to be, essentially. Like, oh, there's just this, like, old frat boy guy that's pretending to be fucking younger than he actually is, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed he was 50 years old, in all fairness.
But it's fucking weird, though. I'd say it's weird that a 15-year-old would try to go after him now, where I imagine back in the day that shit happened, when he was popping, and they're like, all these young girls probably getting at him, and he's clearly doing who God knows what to them, because you know what I'm saying? But, like, now when he's like fucking melting and 40-something years old, some chick's like, oh, Dane Cool, Dane Cook,
melting.
No, Dave Cook, you're so cool, or Dan Cook, or whatever the fuck your name is.
Daniel Cook,
Dave Cook. We don't even know his name.
the sheer disrespect of forgetting Dane Cook's name. He's Dane Overcooked now. But I think
Oh my god.
the thing. So the thing that I was getting at was that okay, so she's 23 now, in 2022, right?
She was born 99, bro.
Which means when he was popping.
She was an embryo.
She wasn't here.
That's an insane. I don't know, man. That's downright. That's damn silly to me. Like you were like a toddler basically when he was popping, and for some reason who comes around to Dane Cook now?
Imagine that.
Even like 10 years ago, like he just he fell off the face of the earth for like a decade plus.
Because he had to nurture this girl. He had to nurture her. That's why he disappeared. She was young. He had to get her where she needed to be.
What is Dane Cook's Discord is what I'm curious about.
Oh, God.
I would love to know. I would love to meet a person that you go over to the house like, yo, dude, I found some sick on the internet. Like, oh, what is it? They turn on Dane Cook. And you're like,
I remember watching, because Dane Cook, for some reason, he was like really... Early YouTube was big with him because he was like the most viral. I think he was the first real like viral comedian, right? That's like his whole claim to fame.
Right.
That he was
right.
He was kind of bolstered by the internet, and I would see all of these cartoons by like independent like Newgrounds people and like like Halo machinimas to his stand up in like 2006. Really? And 2005, it was like a huge thing. I was like, oh, interesting. This is very bizarre. And then I watched one of the specials, and I was like, this is fine. I guess it really confused me very deeply that he was so
He's just the fruit.
beloved.
He's the fruit punch guy. Oh yeah, that's him. That's like the only thing I know about him.
Yeah, he had that fruit punch bit. He had.
He was in Good Luck.
I remember him having an.
It was a Good Luck Cuck. Good Luck Chuck.
Good luck, Cuck. Yeah,
no,
pretty
no,
sure that was
Good
it.
Luck Chuck.
No, I think it was Chuck. Was it? Was that?
Chuck.
The
I don't
one
know
with
what.
The,
I don't know what that
Ashley,
is.
No.
With Mila Kunis,
who's
right?
that?
What was her name? Mila Kunis? No.
Oh,
He was.
I think we're confusing movies now.
He was in the movie.
Alba.
He was
It
in
was
Waiting.
Alba.
The movie Waiting. He was in.
Oh,
that.
I was thinking of one with Jessica Simpson. He was in a movie with Jessica Simpson. They were working in like a Costco type of thing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Elvis?
He was in the movie Waiting.
Employee of the Month you're talking about.
Waiting was actually Wait, was he in Waiting?
I think so. Wasn't he a cook?
Oh, he was. He was a cook.
Yeah.
He was a cook in Waiting.
Yeah.
He was like, it was a smaller role.
Mm-hmm.
He was, yeah.
He was an Employee of the Month with Jessica Simpson.
Employee of the Month. That's it.
Yeah.
I actually remember not hating that movie. I've seen it, and I remember, like, obviously I don't remember enough of it, but I remember watching it all the way through and not hating it. So I'll give him that.
That was like that era of like Accepted, like movies that were like you can.
Oh yeah,
you could watch the entirety of Accepted, but you're going to forget about it pretty quickly. And there was just like a period of time where we just had like a ton, like Good Luck Chuck and fucking.
That was the era where there was a ton of really bad movies, but no one was around on YouTube enough to really lay into how fucking horrible those movies were, because those movies weren't good. They weren't good.
You know what I want
to
watch? I want to watch all of the Judd Apatow. Is it Apatow or Apatow? Judd Apatow.
You guys
know what I'm talking about? Is it Apatow? Okay.
Yeah,
I want to watch all the. I want to watch all of the. I think so. He's the one that made all of the like movies with the like Seth Rogen and shit. like he made like all of those movies that were
laugh.
You want to smoke weed?
Sounds like a Muppet.
Did you see that he like actually fucking fights with people on Twitter DMs?
Yeah.
You ever see that?
Oh my god,
yeah.
Like
one of my homies, he was in their DMs like complaining to him, and he was like, "Yo, suck a dick," and I was like, "Damn, dude."
And I was like, "What's happening?" Imagine being that fucking. I saw The Rock do that too, though. Somebody was talking shit about Black Adam, and he was responding like, "Rock, you're one of the most famous people on the planet, and you're bothered by somebody with the fucking." I don't know. I think it was like John Madden avatar or some shit.
He is so famous. The Rock is so famous that when somebody says The Rock, you think of him.
Yeah.
And
That's
not
so true.
just a fucking rock.
No
Not
one
The Rock
says
or the fucking awesome movie.
Chris, no one says The Rock and means anything other. People say A Rock when they're talking about not the person.
If someone says
That's a
A
good
Rock,
point.
I still think of The Rock.
Hey, Chris, look at The
you're
Rock.
slow.
The Rock right there. Look at The Rock right there.
Like whenever
People say, look, it's a rock, not
The
look
Rock.
The Rock.
Look at
No,
The
but
Rock.
if I was telling you to meet me at a park by The Rock,
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Okay. Oh shit.
That's context
the
clues.
first-
That's context
no,
clues.
that's context clues, but you still have to filter real quick.
No,
That's like a
oh,
split. That's like a
yeah,
nanosecond. That's a nanosecond of you thinking like he can't mean The Rock. He must be talking about The Rock.
That's definitely
at the
a
park.
joke I would make. Like, you mean Dwayne's there? And I'd be like, fuck, dude. I'd make that joke and I'd hang my head low right afterwards.
That's a
Really?
good. That's a good instinct to have after something like that.
Do you know what?
But
Need
Judd
your head
Apatow
bashed in with
Judd-
The Rock.
I never liked. I gotta be like I don't know. Like I never liked those Judd Apatow, like the 40-year-old virgin, and like I just.
No, that movie's gold, dude. I love that,
That movie's funny, man.
You love that movie?
That movie's funny as hell.
I like that movie.
It's been a long time, but I remember really liking that one and all the other ones that I enjoyed.
Did you like Year One?
No.
I don't remember.
Well, did he make
I
that?
don't know what that is. I forget what that is.
That's
Oh,
the
God,
caveman
bless
one
you.
with Michael Cera and Jack Black.
yeah.
I didn't see that. That did not look appealing to me at all. First of all, I don't think Michael Cera is good enough on his to
No.
have a
That's
main
it.
role.
That's it. You could stop it there. You could stop
Okay.
you could stop the question. You could put a period right there. I don't think Michael Cera is
Michael
good
Cera.
enough. That poor
I like
character.
him. He's great in small doses, man.
Yeah.
He's great in small doses, but like when he has I saw that movie he did where he has like alter egos. I can't remember what it
Oh
was called.
yeah, I remember what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called though.
Yeah,
What the fuck
and it
is
was
that?
very underwhelming. I can't remember, but he's like he plays this like bad boy guy. It's like split personality shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't fucking remember what it's called.
Holy shit, he's made so many movies. God damn.
Michael Cera? Yeah, he's in
No, not
a ton
Michael
of
Cera.
shit.
Judd Apatow.
Oh, jump!
Not Michael
he's-
Cera.
dude. That he
Well,
owned
Michael
the
Cera
fucking
also-
mid 2000s. I remember
He has a few
Knocked Up
good
was
ones.
pretty
He has a
fun.
few good ones right now because he has King of Staten Island. This is, and that movie was pretty good.
Oh, I
did
didn't
King
see
of
that
Staten
one, but
Island?
I
Staten
know
Island.
Bill Burr's in it.
That was
Billiam.
That was the movie with
Billiam Burr.
Robert. Not Robert. I almost said Jordan Peterson. He's the guy.
What?
He's that guy that looks like he could be any race.
Pete
Pete
Davidson?
Davidson. There you go. He's like he could be any sort of
You
ethnic background.
confused Jordan Peterson and Pete Davidson.
Because their
That
names,
is
because
fucking
no,
insane.
simply because of their names, not because of the freaking not because of any similarity other than that. Their
Can
names
you
had
imagine?
sons
Can you
at the
imagine?
end.
Can you imagine Ariana Grande and fucking Jordan Peterson
Dating?
dated?
Could you imagine?
And that's like a
Yes.
true fact.
That would be
God help us.
I for some reason I can't imagine that though. Like she was inspired by his. I don't know. She was all lost or something after Mac Miller fucking like died, and then she read 12 Rules for Life, and she became enamored, and he fucking
got
took
her.
advantage of a very young girl. I can imagine
I
that.
don't know.
I can imagine that scenario actually pretty well. Which is kind of
Michael Cera was in Sausage Party also, which I forgot about.
Oh,
entirely.
that was
that was the animated one,
that
right?
that movie was so
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
so bad.
That was so stupid.
I don't remember if I saw it.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah,
Judd
it's-
Apatow does have some banger movies, man. I can't deny it. Like he has,
I don't.
he has Knocked Up, which is a good one. He has For Your
Yeah.
Virgin.
No, I enjoyed that.
40 Funny People, I thought was a good movie too. Super Bad, of course. The first Anchorman was pretty good.
Oh yeah, super bad.
Pineapple Express, I really
he did-
enjoyed.
Pineapple
Obviously-
he did
Express,
Anchorman.
yes.
Step
yeah.
Brothers.
Yeah, he's got some classics
Step
under his
Brothers.
belt.
I love Step Brothers. Anchorman. I
Talladega
fucking love
Nights,
Anchorman.
fucking amazing movie.
Talladega
I
Nights?
don't know.
That
I
movie's
didn't share the
hella
same.
funny.
I did not share the same love that I always see people. I didn't really care for that movie.
Talladega
like
Nights
Talladega
Nights sticks out to me because I remember it was bundled with the PlayStation 3 when it launched.
And
I
the
remember-
and the
'cause
PSP as well, I'm pretty sure.
It launched after, I think.
It did?
But the PS3 and the PSP was 2005. The PS3 was 2006, and I remember specifically because there were no games for the PlayStation yet. That didn't happen until like Uncharted 2. That was like 4 years later. But like the early PS3s launched as like a Blu-ray player, and that was like the big sell. It was the same. They tried to do the same thing that they did with the PS2, where it was like, look, it's the cheapest fucking DVD player that you can get. Buy it. And the PS3 was like, hey, we're a Blu-ray player. Look, you can get Talladega Nights. So instead of like bundling their console with a game, they bundled it with Will Ferrell's Talladega Nights.
They bundled
He
everything
Cable
though.
Guy too. Holy shit.
They did.
Dude, he did the Zohan movie.
Bro, he
He's got
has some
he's-
stinkers, bro.
I
Hey,
mean,
man,
some
well-
of them are like abysmal, but then he has some like actually
Bangers.
iconic ones. That's
He has
yeah.
some bangers
Yeah.
as well. That's crazy. Imagine
I will
being
say-
mid overall. Imagine imagine because you made so many bangers but yet so many fuck ups that you're mid. Like your highs are dope, but your lows are fucked.
I will always appreciate that scene in Anchorman where Jack Black kicks the dog off the bridge.
The dog.
That might be
That's
one of
how
the
I roll.
That is probably still to this day one of the few, because I feel like a lot of those movies just don't age well to me. I remember liking them or thinking they were funny like early, like when I saw them initially. I was like, this is good, and then I watched them again, and maybe that's just like a lot of comedy movies in general, where comedy's more in the moment than a lot of other things are. I find like it's really difficult to watch like a comedy from like the 50s because it's just
comedies are way more like a product of their time, you know.
Yeah, it's 100%. It feels there's very few that I feel like I Love Lucy we've talked about before, which is like that's like one of the few that kind of you could watch that now and it's like, oh, that kind of endures a lot better than it probably should. But there's plenty of like dramas from back then that people will still like praise and raise up. But
yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah, the comedy, it absolutely is a product of his time. And certain things are like, especially the style, the way that the jokes are set up and stuff. Now, in that era, was all about like riffing and fucking improv. Like in the Judd Apatow era, really, when he was on top in the early 2000s, it was just like doing fucking 50 takes, and then they're just like, all right, this is the best one, and like just. It completely is not the original fucking line that was written in the script. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's all fucking Anchorman is. It's just a bunch of people like improvising.
I feel like Judd Apatow's when he was really popping off, that was like the golden age of comedy. Like, what's a good comedy nowadays? Can you think of anything now that's like that really stands out?
As far as like a movie?
Yeah.
No.
No,
there's like nothing.
Comedy movies died real hard.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell happened.
One, right?
No, well,
You guys can't think of anything.
Here's
there
what
was
happened.
a video essay that was saying it was like the what was it, the Superbad? That's all I saw. There was a new movie that came out a couple years ago that was like, this is like the new Superbad. That's all I saw. I didn't see it though. Maybe you know what I'm talking about, Elvis.
It was those two high school girls. It was kind of like, I forget what it was called.
No, it was like young kids. It was like young kids when they're like swearing their asses off.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Fuck. I don't remember what it's called either. And I didn't see it either.
Was it Peanut Butter Falcon? Was it that one?
Obviously, it didn't leave much of an impact. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, was that? It was the little teenagers that were that there was like
Good Boys.
Good Boys. There you go.
That's it.
That was 2019. That was
Seth
before.
Rogen had something to do with that. Didn't he like produce it or some shit?
Yeah, he
I
did.
have no fucking idea. I have no memory of this at all.
Give the kids some weed. Give the kids weed. It'll be funny. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure he did something with it.
Well, what happened was comedy
Sounds like
movies
some-
died. Comedy movies died real hard because every other movie tried to be funny. I feel like it's the same way where like Marvel movies became like half comedies for some reason.
Joss Whedon
where it's like there's
comedy.
quips every fucking where. I don't even think it's that necessarily. It reminds me a lot of what happened with like Geico commercials, because there was a point in time when Geico was the only company making commercials that were funny. That was like a period in time where like every commercial was trying to sell you something, or it was like a cereal commercial where it was like, look at all these cartoons tricking you into fucking overdosing on sugar shit. It wasn't really like a joke. But then Geico came in and it was like, look at these cavemen. Isn't this funny? Oh, look at the stack of cash stalking you. Isn't that weird? And then every commercial tried to do that to the point where like nothing is actually just trying to sell you anything anymore. It's just sort of like, here's a little sketch. And then Super Bowl commercials became like big, and it's like, oh, what'll be the most viral, funny fucking Super Bowl commercial?
yeah.
And I feel like a similar thing happened with movies, where it's like there used to be movies that were dedicated to just purely being comedies, and then other movies were like, well, these can be funny kind of too. And then, well, what's the point of going to a comedy movie if the action movie is going to make you laugh? Like, what's the point of... Or even some of the horror movies are fucking funny. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the hell happened exactly.
Horror movies have always inherently been comedy movies. I think they've always just sort of been.
Yeah, they suck.
Well, If you don't have the ability to have your suspension of disbelief, then it is comedy, because I have that problem with horror films where I can't get into them because they're so wacky to me that I just find myself laughing at them instead of being. Now, I'd say there's some like thrillers that I can get more into, but like fucking when I just see like goofy ghost or like people getting killed in stupid ways, I just laugh. I'm like,
that's why you gotta go for the intentionally silly shit.
Well, my favorite horror movie is Insidious. That's like my favorite one, and that movie is funny actually. Like I think they make a point to have some funny moments in that movie.
Is Insidious the one with Darth Maul in it?
Yeah. I love that fucking movie.
It's been a while.
Wait. Back up.
Darth Maul's in. He makes a guest appearance.
The actor, or you mean the actual like painted Darth Maul?
Hold on. Let me explain. There's a demon in Insidious, and I remember this from the trailer because I laughed so hard when I saw it. But
okay, I gotta look.
I never actually saw Insidious, but there's a demon. And he just looks like Darth Maul. If you type in Insidious demon, it's straight up.
Literally, he looks like a Dothmarian. It's hilarious.
Wait, does he have fucking earrings too?
I don't know.
He looks like Darth Maul with Trump's hair or something. Am I watching the right thing?
It's a very silly demon.
He is a demon, and he looks like.
Can I tell you guys that the Babadook was entirely underwhelming to me when I saw it? There's a scene in the Babadook where the Babadook is real, and he's like he becomes Babadook, and he shakes at the camera, and it's the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen because it's just a guy in a hat skipping frames at you.
The Babadook wasn't the best horror movie. I have a solid choice. What I think, I have a favorite, then I have like what I think is the best horror movie. And the best horror movie ever is probably like Rosemary's Baby or like maybe The Exorcist. I think those are probably like top two.
Let's ask the expert. Expert.
Yeah, what do you think, Elvis?
Mr. Alien, give us the fucking. I don't know if you can actually have a best horror film of all time because it's kind of sometimes hard to pick one. But what do you got?
Best horror film of all time?
In your opinion, or your favorite one. What's your favorite horror movie?
Exactly. That's
if you
usually
can
what that means, right?
I think my favorite horror movie would probably be Alien. I mean, if you would even consider it that. But I guess if you're talking like
that's interesting.
Stereotypical horror, I liked Hereditary a lot.
Did you like Midsommar?
Yeah. I thought it was kind of weird, but
yeah, I thought Hereditary was good. I thought the beheading thing was a little funnier than it probably should have been, but Midsommar, I don't know. Like I think I came out of it being like that was interesting, and I don't regret watching it. But I don't think I'll ever watch Midsommar again. It's like a very weird experience.
Midsommar, the very beginning where like the people jump off that hill, there's no way you could have made me stay there anymore. Like there's impossible for me to stay there after that. I'm like, I'm going back home.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh no, it's fine. People do that here. And I'm like, oh man, I can't.
I find that horror is just kind of hard to. It's hard to make horror work.
But Midsommar is not really a horror movie though. I wouldn't consider it.
It is.
Horror. It's definitely more of a suspense thing.
Well, I mean, isn't that kind of? I mean, you're splitting hairs at that point.
Yeah.
Like a thriller, like a thriller, because I guess there's technically a difference, but then
no, because Jason, like the Bourne Identity's a thriller, like kind of.
I guess a spy thriller. I guess we're getting like really down the fucking tree of like genres.
Yeah. We're getting a lot of subcategories.
I don't fucking know.
I want to ask you something, Elvis, because I feel like there's a lot of people, in my opinion, I want to get your take on, since The Rock joined the Fast and Furious franchise, the franchise has just gone off in a crazy direction and seem to become very self-aware of what they are. Yeah. Just bullshit action with no grounded, no base in reality.
Yeah.
What do you think about like that franchise and where it's gone? do you like appreciate? Because I see it divided. Like, say people either really love it and they're like, I love how stupid it is, or they're like, this is so fucking shit, I hate this.
Well, I'm probably not the best person to ask because I haven't watched them since like, I don't know. How many are there now? Like 10?
Close. They're the 10th one's coming out, and I can't even imagine what they're gonna do. I think they're gonna fight God.
I still have not seen a single one of these movies.
Really?
None of them.
I have somehow avoided every. I know there's a scene where Paul Walker drives away, but that's all I know about. That's all I know about Fast and the Furious at all. I have no idea, and I guess I know Dominic Toretto's name because we joke about him a lot on the podcast, and with their families, that whole family name. But I don't know jack shit about Fast and Furious.
They're halfway decent in the beginning, and then they kind of just like go off the rails. It's stupid.
So here's the thing. I don't know, Elvis, if you're a fan of say, the action, like the Bronsons, or like something just like ridiculous.
I love Bronson.
I love that movie. That movie's good.
Yeah.
You love Bronson, like say I'm trying to think of a stupid franchise, like say
like action, dumb action movies.
Let me think of a dumb action movie,
like Kingsman.
That's actually very Kingsman is Kingsman's actually a very good example of, I feel like, I guess that's a fucking perfect example of how I feel like what the Fast and Furious franchise is doing is what the Kingsman did really well, because it's clearly self-aware, it's fucking wacky, over the top, it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's the point of it.
I think that's what because when I watched all those movies, the Fast and Furious ones, and I enjoy them as comedy and over-the-top action, and I think they're great for what they are. But I understand if you're like a car person, you'd fucking hate those movies because they literally have nothing to do with cars anymore. There's like cars in them, but they're props. They're just props to explode.
They're just props to get caught by Dominic or John Cena, because in the last one, John Cena catches a car.
What? No, he doesn't.
He does.
Fuck you.
I don't remember what you're talking about.
A car flips at him. A car flips at him, and he's on top of another car, and he stops the car. And I'm like, oh,
no, that didn't happen.
It did.
No,
it literally did.
I don't believe you.
Dude, I saw this in theater. I would have remembered that happening. I would have remembered he did not catch a car.
Dude,
no, that did not happen.
Hold on. What's his name in Fast and Furious?
I don't know.
Something Toretto, because he's his brother.
Look up Hyun
He's his
Cena.
brother.
Okay, John Cena catches car.
That didn't happen. It didn't. Dude, Fast and Furious 9. I would have remembered that. Dude, he didn't catch a car. I don't remember that at all.
He catches a car.
I feel like that would have. I don't think he did.
I think it's real.
He catches a car. Look! It says it. It autofills. He catches a car. Literally in this scene.
I don't remember this. How did they cut it out of my version? So I saw the movie in Lithuania.
You see, that's why
maybe they cut that out.
You saw it, not America. That's why, dude.
They're not allowed to empower the people to the degree that they would delude them into thinking they could catch cars because they could speak. That could be dangerous.
It's not I don't see it coming up on YouTube.
Are you Googling in Lithuania?
I'm not Lithuania.
I don't. It's such a wild thing to say.
I think that's a Mandela, dude. I don't think that happened. I think somebody ran with that shit, dude. I think you just fell for a Mandela, dude. Because I don't think that actually happened.
A car literally flips over at his car, and he's like,
Then show me the clip,
I'm
bitch.
trying to find it. I'm trying to find it.
That's my point. If you can't find it with Google, it's not real. Like that ludicrous scene of him catching a car. You're telling me somebody wouldn't isolate that shit? There's fucking little clips of Kingpin moaning. You're telling me they wouldn't fucking... Come on, man.
This is the weirdest point of contention I've ever heard.
There's a little clip of Kingpin
There's just no way.
moaning.
I find it really difficult to believe that that's real. But at the same time, I know nothing about Fast and Furious, so this very well could be real. Like, I avoided it for so long.
I think you guys are doing yourself a disservice.
Well, the thing is, it's because initially they were... what would you describe them as initially? Like, what would you describe the first Fast and Furious movie as?
There's an undercover
Spy.
cop.
It was like
trying to
spy.
stop,
Yeah,
like under like illegal like drag racing ring.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
It was
right, but that I don't give a shit about that.
exactly. I didn't give a shit about the first movies because I'm not really into cars. I still watched 1 and 3 because I just want to see what they're about, get a little bit of grounded information. I got into them on the Rock joint when all of that shit got thrown out the window, where cars were just like just props, nothing but that. They spent shitloads of money dragging a real bank vault, just destroying a bunch of shit, and I'm like, I appreciate that bullshit. They had in the 6th one, they had a plane that was a runway that had to be like, I don't know, 1,000 feet long or some shit, because it just kept going forever. It just wouldn't. And it's just, these scenes are so stupid. They're great. They know they're stupid to the point they started leaning into it. They started talking about like fucking the guy Roman Pierce, Ty Gibbs
Tyrese
or whatever the fuck his name is,
I
Tyrese
don't
Gibson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he brought a orange Lamborghini onto the ice to stop they needed to stop a fucking a submarine or some shit. And they needed to go obviously stealthy and shit. And he brings a Lamborghini on the ice. It's it's great because in no scenario would that ever happen, but that's why they do it. So then people started saying they've done everything. Now the next thing to do is go to space. Everyone made jokes. So they're like, well, let's fucking write it in. They built a rocket car to destroy a satellite. It went to space.
You know what's the craziest
Like, I'm telling you, they're fucking leading into it. They're self-aware. They even said, they're like, have you noticed that we never die when we should have clearly died? And in one of the scenes, the Roman Pierce was getting shot at where he clearly should have died, and every bullet missed him. Like, they're doing it. They're basically so self-aware, and I'm appreciating that they're just like, let's just have fun with this. This is not supposed to be grounded in reality, and I feel like people are missing it. It's like you watch Kingsman, and it's not supposed to be fucking real, and it's all a bunch of fake, over-the-top, wacky like action and shit, and I feel like they should be watching it the same way. That's my take.
But I'll say that Kingsman's choreography though is like
that's
on
the thing I
another
was gonna
level.
make up.
Watch fucking the difference between Fast and Furious and Kingsman as far as the choreography is the cinematography and the way that people are shooting the fucking scenes. Like, it's so much better in Kingsman. Everything's set up very well, but the fucking choreography in it, like, say, if you like a good action scene, the action is solid. I'm sorry, I'm trying to sell this to you guys. It's just, I feel like
Derek loves Fast and Furious.
Dude,
You really are. You're trying to. You're like, watch this.
I want you guys to see it through my lens where I'm like, if you like stupid action films like me, like if you grew up watching fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger and shit, I'm like, you would love this. But like, if you don't like it, then I understand. I totally understand if that's not your bag, you know?
It's more just that there's so many of them. It's like
it.
Marvel now, where it's like I don't even know how you would even begin. Like, this is actually something that I kind of wanted to ask Elvis too, because Elvis does movie review content. And Sweeney, you're big on Marvel stuff. I dabble in it every now and again. And Derek, I know, has seen like enough of it to know.
Yeah.
There's a conversation happening right now about Marvel, specifically because a lot of people, there's like, they had just announced the next like fucking 26 phases or whatever the fuck. And they're going on to Eternals, the Eternals 5 and fucking all this nonsense. And I'm curious, there's obviously a huge sentiment that everybody's kind of like, over it at this point, and I'm curious as to what you make of that. Or how you feel, because I've seen a couple of I saw your Eternals one, because that's a movie that I just refused to see.
Oh yeah.
Because I just like I just saw this one. I remember I saw a trailer and I saw CGI Angelina Jolie like kind of like cartwheeling or something, and I was like, I can't.
You're like, nope.
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
There's very few to be excited about. There's like 25 films that were announced, and I'm excited for like 3 of them. Like Blade looks cool. Like I want to see the new Blade, and
right.
I don't know. Maybe like, maybe that's just
exactly.
That's it.
Blade.
Yeah.
There's Blade, and then like that's it.
I remember that because I remember because I saw a clip of it on Twitter, and Kevin Feige's like, and that Kevin Feige is crazy because he does these. he goes on stage at Comic-Con and he does the Steve Jobs thing, basically, where like he's just this divine Jesus who just walks out onto the stage and he's like, but that's not all we're doing.
Look at all this other bullshit you'll never
look at all this other bullshit that you have no hopes of ever catching up to. And then I saw this unveiling of like and phase fucking, I don't remember, phase 5 and culminates in this, and then it's a black screen and then in fades the title Thunderbolts. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It's so much like I get it. You know, I get like,
and people were cheering, and people were cheering in that audience. There's no way. Maybe like 10 people in that audience knew what the fuck Thunderbolts was.
I think it's more likely because they're like, I don't think most of the fans of the MCU are probably people that sort of like the comic books already, you know, and like the Thunderbolts are like noble. They're a
you
notable
say most.
Group. I would say
I don't think it's most. That's fucking.
That'd probably be at Comic-Con, maybe not all of the fans in general, but probably are at the con. I would say.
I see what you're saying.
Like not in general. Obviously, you know, most people that fucking watch movies like in general don't know what the fuck they're watching. It's like, oh, I'm here to watch this, you know. So like I understand them cheering. Like I think the Thunderbolts are cool. Like I think the MCU. My reason for liking MCU at all anymore is the idea is that I'm a fan of the comic books. So, like, most comic book characters have at least one or two, like, decent runs. We're like, oh, that could be cool to see. But I understand people not liking it now entirely. I completely get it. It's like, yeah, whatever. It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit there,
gotta stop,
you know? Dude.
They gotta stop, man. They really do. They gotta stop.
They're
for
not
me,
gonna,
it was
bro.
just...
Get ready. I know.
For me, it was the second they started doing the TV shows. And I don't mean, like... the Netflix ones, because those were actually pretty decent. Like I remember, like I liked Daredevil. Daredevil was fucking great. Yeah. It felt completely different. It didn't feel like the movies at all. It didn't even really feel like a Marvel thing to me. Like it was just like, this is like a genuinely good drama with Daredevil. Like who the fuck,
Chris?
I wouldn't have,
Are you telling me that you're not excited for Agatha, Coven of Chaos?
I'm not that dude. I'm not that much of a nerd, dude.
What is
I'm
Agatha?
Not that much of a nerd.
Agatha's the random witch from WandaVision.
It's so stupid. I saw that.
I didn't even see WandaVision. See, like, how the fuck am I supposed to be excited for that? I haven't seen it.
The random witch.
She was the witch that made Wanda go crazy. Yay. She gets a show.
It's fucked up. They're doing shit. They're doing shit that's like a disservice. Like, what if I'm a poor person and I can't afford... I can't afford Disney Plus, but
you think Disney gives a shit about poor people, Derek?
Look, they
charged Kingston rent for a lightsaber.
They did not charge me rent. It's not that much. Jesus Christ. I wish they did. If it was that much, I would expect a lot more things. It better hurt me.
No, you'd gleefully swipe your fucking
You're out of your fucking mind. You are out of your... No. I almost said something wild just now. But you're out of your mind if you think that.
I know what you were going to say. I'm gonna send you something that you were going to say. I can't, I can't, the audience can't know about it. It's a little too
Marvel Phase 5.
It's a little too...
I don't want it, dude.
Secret Invasion. Echo. Ironheart, Agatha.
Look.
I don't want any of that shit.
What?
Dude.
You know what? It's like. It reminds me of when Oprah. Do you guys remember those clips from the Oprah show when we were like a lot younger? It was just like you get this, and you get this, and you get this.
Oh yeah, you get a car, and you get a car.
It feels like this, where it's like you get a show. Fucking what was Matt Murdock's friend's name in Daredevil? Doogie Howser or whatever the fuck.
Paul. Foggy Longhorn or something.
Yeah.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Longhorn Lego. I say. Wow, man, I'm the best one. Damn it.
Daredevil and Foghorn Leghorn. No, but it's like it'd be like Foggy gets a show. And then the Punisher's dad gets a show, and Wanda's fake son who sang that ice cream song in Multiverse of Madness gets a show, and it's just like, how many shows
that shit bothered
could you possibly? How many shows could you possibly care about in the same universe.
Their success rate is so low. Like it'd be different if a bunch of them were good, you know? But their success rate is so low. Like think of all the shows and all the movies that came out recently. And think of the ones you like. There's not many, right?
Not many.
Yeah.
They're not hitting the market they should. The thing I always have faith because I didn't think Daredevil was gonna be any good. I'm gonna be real with you, all right?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna
be any good.
But that was a long time ago.
And then it ended up being
But you're also
really
talking
good.
about a Netflix that's not in the format of these Disney things that they're
which
doing.
made it succeed, in fact. I think that's why it did so much
Right.
better.
So I don't have any faith for fucking whatever. It's just everything's been. I'll even say this. It's not even that like what if some of them are good? People are still gonna skip them because they're fucking burnt out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm speaking for myself right now, but I can't even like muster up the strength to go see Thor, and it looks pretty cool.
No, I didn't see it either.
Thor
I remember, and I like Taika Waititi a lot. But
Thor is death by jokes, man. It got killed by.
Oh, really?
It was so much. It was so much conflict and like
more than the Love and wait, was the other one called the last one?
But
Ragnarok?
Ragnarok didn't clash. It was like it's fine. It was like, oh, this is a jokes here, and then when we go to Asgard, it's serious. Thor's moments are funny, but like relative to Asgard, these are like serious moments. But the thing about Love and Thunder is that like it'd be like half a serious moment, joke.
Oh, so they went back to like the original format with what was it, the Versed Avengers, or was it a joke every fucking 3 minutes?
It was just overran with jokes. I can enjoy parts of it because I think it had some actually funny moments, but it was like it's too many jokes for this movie. It's a little too much.
It had the Venom syndrome.
Yeah.
You know how both the Venom movies were just like jokes 80% of the time, just stupid.
Yeah.
It's it bothers me that so much of it is. It's just like they don't let moments breathe anymore in these movies. And it's like really noticeable. Because you go back and even, I don't know, man, even some of like the worst comic book movies from like the early 2000s, they weren't good. But at least they weren't like trying to make you laugh to get you on their side all the time. I feel like it's almost like this thing where it's like, oh, if we make you laugh, you'll like us. But it's like you're trying so hard.
I feel like
here.
everybody's trying to be James Gunn nowadays, and it's just really
that's the biggest
exhausting.
problem with MCU.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem.
Yeah,
with
MCU. They saw Guardians of the Galaxy, and they were like, "Oh, everything should be this."
Yeah.
And it works really well for Guardians of the Galaxy. I even think it really works well for fucking Suicide Squad. I thought Suicide Squad with the one that James Gunn did was fucking fun as fuck. I had so much fun watching that movie.
Clearly
really
he knows what he's doing, though. You know, like these other people who are trying to mimic him don't.
That's kind of thing, though. That's him.
Yeah.
That's his style. Of course, he would flourish in it. But
there's too much of it for me. That's my problem with it. It's like everyone's sense of humor isn't the same sense of humor, you know? You can't have everyone's jokes be the same kinds of jokes that like Star-Lord would make or like Drax would make. You need to have everyone have their own. If someone's comedic, they have their own sense of comedy. That's it, you know?
Imagine the Kingpin and the Netflix Daredevil like cracking jokes.
Dude, the Kingpin. Well, they're doing a new Daredevil. They're bringing Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio and those people back for a new Daredevil.
Dude, they have to keep the same format though.
Go ahead. They're not. So they brought the main cast back. So Kingpin and Daredevil are back, but none of the creative team, none of the writers.
It's doomed to fail.
It is so fucked. You know what sucks? You know what sucks the most? The story that they're trying to go for is such a Born Sinner is like Daredevil's best run ever, and they're going to shit the bed more likely than not.
It's gonna be a rough. Kingpin's gonna turn around. There's gonna be a scene with Kingpin. He goes, "Well, that happened," or like some fucking nonsense, like all this like Marvel fucking writing. Like it's gonna be just all over
and shit. All right, man, just try this scene. Just feel it out. And he's like, "What? I've studied the script. What are you talking about?" And then it's like, "No, just just a little funny. Just
wouldn't it be funny if Kingpin had a TikTok?
Oh my god! What if Kingpin farted as soon as Daredevil entered the room?
Oh my
Well, that was
god!
embarrassing.
What if Kingpin farted? Oh my god! That would
Well, that was
ruin
embarrassing.
me.
And then like his fucking,
That would
you know,
kill
he's
me.
got the senses, and it Daredevil passes out because his senses are so hyped up. It's too much for him, and that's how he defeats him. Whoa!
Oh god.
And then Hooked on a Feeling plays.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, it's just awful. It's such a chaotic mess. It's just like it's James Gunn's music with just this Joss Whedon's writing and just fucking that's such a mess.
There's a scene where Kingpin has to sing a song or some shit.
Oh my god! Like
It's like a part musical. Yeah.
There's a scene specifically. I just know they're gonna fill it with Marvel writing, and it's gonna be so sad to see that because like. Look, I haven't seen Loki or I saw the first episodes of a lot of these shows. I saw like a little bit of Miss Marvel. I saw a little bit of Loki. I saw a little bit of fucking, I don't know, one of the other ones that I can't even fucking remember the name.
WandaVision?
And yeah, I think it was WandaVision. I saw it's like, oh, cool, it's a sitcom. All right. But I can't imagine Daredevil fitting in with those other shows at all. And if they're not going to fit in, then why even? You know what I mean? Like, what is the incentive to even bring these actors back?
Yeah.
I don't know what the plan is, but
my problem.
Daredevil was such a surprising success because like I really like Daredevil. That first movie with fucking what is it? Oh my god, Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck.
Yeah. Not Carmeletta. The girl from Alias.
Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer
Garner.
That Daredevil movie.
She got a chin.
That Daredevil movie is fucking.
It's so funny.
It's really fun. Is it Catwoman or Daredevil that has like the scene with the basketball game?
That's Catwoman. That's Catwoman.
Yeah.
That basketball game. I saw somebody tweeted out this fight scene from this movie recently or this show. I think it was like Once Upon a Time or I don't know. It was something. But the editing in it reminded me of that Catwoman basketball scene where it's just like it's just an assault on the fucking senses. I hope we get one of those scenes in Daredevil. In the new one.
Just where there's a fucking jump, it's a cut every few seconds where it's just confusing the senses.
But like fucking Loki leads into fucking this movie, and then like I gotta watch this show to know what the fuck this movie's about, and then like there's a second season of this show, and it's like when is it? Oh, do I have to watch Ant-Man before I watch Loki?
Yeah,
and like
I know.
just all this like weird. It's all this homework is wild.
There's a lot of shit, and like it should just. I think it would be honestly just they took a break. Just like all right, cool.
It's exhausting.
Spider-Man's
they
got
should have
retconned, and let there be a break for like a year or so, a year or two. They chill out, you know. Put out Star Wars content. Put out Star Wars content. Put out good Star Wars shit. And after they're done with the Star Wars shit for a while, you know, go back into Marvel. Let the actors rest.
I feel like the thing is, it's like for me, it's like I feel like one Call of Duty game every year is too much. You know, I think that to me is like maybe let it. I don't even like Call of Duty, but like I'm just saying, like just let it breathe a little bit so that years feel different. It would be nice for years to feel distinct again, because I feel like every year just bleeds. It's like, oh, how many Marvel things were there this year? 5. There's another Call of Duty because there always is. It would just be nice to have a year where there's no. I guess we had that with 2021. I think was that year, right, where we didn't have anything.
There was 1 year, I can't remember specifically, but yeah, they were like, let's not do this.
It was 2020, I think.
No way, because the pandemic started in March. Wouldn't there have been something before then?
I don't think there was.
And what, 2019? Are we talking about? Or
I don't know. I feel like there was a year where nothing happened, but that was at the expense of society crumbling. Like, I would like it to be just because they decided to take a break. Because it's I don't know, man. It's just too fucking much.
Everything Marvel and Star Wars related, I guess anything Disney related, just feels like mid to bad nowadays, you know? Like
Yeah, my eyes glaze over when I see a new thing.
Their creative teams are overworked. The effects teams are literally dying. Like their fingers are bloody stubs. Like, come on, man, you got to give these people a break.
Dude, it's fucked up. It's fucked up the way they
Right.
treat the way that visual effects artists are treated right now is so bad.
Yeah.
It's wild. I remember specifically, like, this isn't Disney oriented, but this and by the way, what we're talking about right now isn't necessarily like specifically just Disney. This is like a Hollywood, like, industry wide problem with VFX. Where I remember when the Sonic movie was being made, and they had that horrific cut with ugly Sonic. And they were like, oh, we got to change it. And then they overworked the VFX staff. And then when the movie was done, they fired everybody and they shut down the studio. And it was like, wow, that is insane. They saved your movie and then you fucking literally killed them.
Hey, man.
Basically.
It's all about money, bro. Don't got time for that week.
And then to add insult to injury, they took that ugly design that they commissioned and then forced them to correct and shut them down for correcting and made him a legitimate character in that fucking
Chippendale
movie?
the Chippendale movie. So now they're probably going to make actual ugly Sonic things with him intentionally ugly. Like ugly Sonic is definitely going to have a game at some point. Like or some show that's going to be very real and distinct from like normal Sonic.
Do you know what kind of terrifies me is Hollywood really trying to cash in and take advantage of like internet culture and memes. Like I will not be surprised if something Morbius related comes out just because of all the memes that came out about it, you know?
Right.
Oh, 100%.
Well, absolutely.
They're going to.
There's going to be at least 3 or 4 Morbius movies. And they're just not going to get it. They're just not going to get it.
But I'm going to be honest, I would be kind of excited if they pit Morbius against Blade. I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool.
If Morbius is in Blade, I'd fucking lose my mind.
That makes sense.
Well, no,
It
that like
makes
comic wise,
sense.
they're together. Like that's how Blade gets his like
Right?
superpowers. But it's like shit, dude. It's just fucking Morbius.
My favorite thing about Morbius is that the first line that Morbius says in that movie is, "I am a doctor." That is his first line in Morbius, is just describing who he is.
Nah, dude. That best.
But like not even like in a narration.
that.
That's like it's his first line in the movie. He gets out of the helicopter and somebody said, I think the first line in it is like, "Oh, landing zone is secure" or something. And then like somebody's talking to Morbius and he turns around and he goes, "I'm a doctor." And he's like in his little thing. But
But
it's
do
just
they not know that? Like they brought this random guy there, they didn't know
yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
He has to
That's what I
announce
mean. It's
that.
like
Hey guys, I'm a doctor.
I'm a
It would be like if Spider-Man's first line in the first Spider-Man was like him hitting the bus and going, "I'm a student. I'm a student." It's like, of course.
Yeah.
Dude, the best part of that movie is the beginning where like he's talking to his other little broken friend and he just starts dying next to him. It's so funny. He's like, we're warriors. We're like the Spartans. And the kid's like, hey, flatlines. And I'm like, what the fuck kind of scene is this?
It's wild.
Like, they tried to make that movie so like serious, but then the goofy moments are just extremely cringe. And then and there's only like 2 of them. And then
You won't like me when I'm hungry.
not only that, it's a vampire movie without blood in it. It makes no sense. There's no blood. It's like the dumbest shit. Wow.
It reminds me of
very true.
It
It's
reminds me
very
of
true.
Spider-Man. There's like because Morbius is in Spider-Man the animated series, and they couldn't say blood in that show.
Plasma.
So every time Morbius is hungry, he goes like, "I need plasma."
Yeah.
Plasma.
with his mouths on his hands. So it's
Yeah,
like,
with
what
those
the fuck?
pussies on those buttholes on his hands, dude. He has
Yeah,
fucking literally
yeah.
buttholes on his hands.
Yeah, he can't bite people on the neck because that would be too violent. So he has these like little mouths on his hands that he just
They're
like
not mouths, dude. They're literally fucking.
They're
they're literally
buttholes.
they're sphincters.
like, yeah, they're sphincters, like 100%.
They're actually
And he,
rectums, bro.
which is actually honestly was way more uncomfortable to me than if I just saw him bite somebody.
Oh,
100%.
Dude,
That looks fucking gross, dude.
It's borderline. It's borderline body horror. Like the idea, it's like, oh, I have mouths, like really small holes in my hands that suck plasma out of you. It's like that's so much more. That's so much more disturbing than just a fucking vampire. Which, by the way, like vampires are some of the most like of the monsters that you can have in a movie. Children understand and are totally fine with vampires. Like they understand the blood sucking. They understand what a vampire is. It's like a children's Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, what the fuck are you afraid to show blood in Morbius?
They don't even have to show it. You know what I mean? Like, they could have just... You look like... That's why, like, vampires are kind of, like, perceived as sexual or sensual or whatever.
I know,
'cause the way you bite the neck, that looks like... It doesn't even have to look, like, terrifying. But they're like, no.
But the thing to me is just, like, it's a Sony movie. Which confuses me more because it's like if it's a Marvel movie, if it's like a traditional like Disney, like okay, Kevin Feige and like MCU style thing, I kind of understand why there wouldn't be blood because there's usually just like a lot more control in that environment. There's not a lot of blood in Marvel movies, but then you see like Multiverse of Madness where fucking Black Bolt gets his brain exploded and blood shoots out of his nose, and you're like, there's blood in Doctor Strange, but there's no blood in Morbius?
There was no blood in Carnage either. It was insane.
Yeah,
Carnage didn't no blood at all. He turned into a tornado.
That's
so was the whole moment of the movie. He turned into a tornado. It was so fucking outrageous.
I didn't see that.
Very true.
I didn't see Carnage. I didn't see the Venom 2.
It sucks because Carnage is like out of all like I don't like many like villains, but Carnage is like one of my few ones I actually really enjoy, and that movie was so stupid.
If you told me when I was 10 years old that there would be there would be a Venom movie and Carnage was the bad guy, I would have flipped a shit. I would have been so excited.
Of course.
Yeah.
And now I am an adult and I've seen neither Venom movie.
You didn't see the Eminem song at the end of Venom? You didn't fucking bump to
that? Venom.
He sounds like a fucking car.
Venom and stem cells in him. You know.
Shout out to Gru on that.
Oh my god,
dude! It's
and there's another thing too, where it's like, I don't know. I just feel like we're also like leaning into this crossover thing a little bit too hard lately. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I'm starting to feel like everything I see is a fucking fever dream, and it's uncomfortable to a very deep degree. Like I feel like it started with like maybe honestly probably like Fortnite started it with all these like, oh hey, Travis Scott is in your video game now, and you're like,
Fortnite.
What? Why is Travis Scott in Tomato Town? Like, what's going on? This is so confusing. But and then it was like Ready Player One, and it's like, oh look, it's Iron Giant and the Halo Spartans, and they're fighting Cloud Strife in I don't even know, and you're just like, okay, this is cute, very cool, and then we just keep getting like Nickelodeon Battle All Star or Multiverses, and it's like, watch. Or even something like Space Jam, which I understand is like old. That's like an old property. But just the fact that it was resurrected in the climate that it was, where you had, and I'll never stop bringing this up because it is so.
I know where this is going.
It is so. It is tattooed in my brain. The fact that the Looney Tunes played basketball for everybody in the the serververse is what they called them in Space Jam 2, and they invited all these Warner Brothers characters to attend this basketball game, and the people who had front side tickets to this Looney Tunes showdown were characters like the rapists from Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
It was the gang and Pennywise. It was the Night King from
awesome.
Game of Thrones, the guy that's trying to destroy all life, these sexual aggravators. And then Pennywise, the extra dimensional clown. It was just like, whoa.
It reminds me a little bit of that 9/11 Marvel comic when like the Twin Towers fell, and then like and then suddenly like Doctor Doom is crying about it, and it's like,
It's different. Doctor Doom would never do anything like that. He doesn't believe in terrorism. He just really wants to. He just really wants to fuck Sue Storm. It's different. You don't get it.
I think what makes it funnier is I think there's literally a comic from a couple years prior to 9/11 where they literally one of those villains literally destroys the Twin Towers. But they weren't like destroyed in real life, so it was fine. It's kind of like how we blow up bridges in movies all the time.
That comic was like, it was like a sad comic, but I was also like, yeah, because I own that comic, and I was like, yeah.
It's just something that's like surreal about it, and it's surreal in not a good way to see all like. It was cool to see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland together in a Spider-Man. That was fun. Like I did have fun, but then like I haven't thought about that movie like at all since I saw it.
I think about the movie all the time because I feel like that movie wasn't. I feel like we got something because we bitched about it too much. I feel like they had a whole other idea where they wanted to go with things, and because we bitched so much about like not liking the way Tom Holland is the Spider-Man, that they were like, all right, fuck it, we'll change it.
I think that movie's decent, but it stands out because so much of the other stuff surrounding it coming out nowadays are so mediocre. You know?
Yeah, it was a decent. I feel like. I don't know how you guys feel, but like I feel like the first half of that movie is a fucking. I did not like the first half of that movie at all. Like when they're going around and collecting villains like they're Pokemon, and it's just this like these awkward jokes constantly like thrown in there where it's like Doctor, what's your name's Dr. Otto Octavius, and it's like.
The fact that Doctor Strange is trying to change the universe because Spider-Man is kind of inconvenienced, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that was my first problem with seeing the trailer. I was like, Spider-Man's gonna do what? He's gonna be like, hey, Doctor Strange, please, I can't get into college. Would you mind rewriting existence? And it's like, what the fuck, Spider-Man's doing this?
even just the little things like having, I don't know, the fact that this bothers me. It doesn't bother Kingston at all, and I understand why. Like I understand it's like nostalgic, but like when Dr. Octopus shows up, the first thing he says to Peter is, he goes, "What did you do with my machine?" And then he goes, "What machine?" And he says, "The power of the sun in the palm of my hand."
Of my ass.
That whole movie
why the
was
fuck would you say that?
Like
why? Like it's literally just a quote, or just like when Norman Osborn's in that little thing and he goes, I'm something of a scientist myself. Yeah. It's like he wouldn't say that.
What makes that one at least a bit bearable is that they were talking about science at least. The power of the sun upon my hand, that had no business being said. He could have said so many other things than that. He's like, the machine I was
that's
building.
What he was so But he was so excited about it. Like he said it twice in Spider-Man 2. So he was so excited. He was like,
he would. He's a scientist. He would have said, "Where's my machine? What machine? The reactor, or something, or like describing what the fuck he's talking about." But it's nostalgic and it's a line from Spider-Man 2. So they said,
"You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right."
Like,
no, what he would have said was, "No, you know exactly what I'm talking about, cunt." Like you would have. Right. Like, we had a big arc about this.
But what's so weird about that movie, it's like I don't know if you guys agree, but like I feel like the first half and the second half of that movie are written by two different teams almost. Because like the second half of that movie, even though it has like Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire and I was about to say Keith David, that's not true. Tobey Maguire. Even though it has all those three and it's very clearly even though it has all those three and it's very clearly fan service, it's not written in that same like annoying way where they're just like, here's a quote that this character once said. You know what I mean? Like it feels like they handled that fan service really, really well at the end. But then the beginning was like, I don't know, just so bizarre.
I think you are being, I don't know. Your brain's being warped because Willem Dafoe made that movie so much better than it had any right being.
Oh, absolutely.
He did.
Masterclass performance.
I think this is what my genuine belief of the movie was. I think that the main plot in the beginning was gonna be still somewhere. They were gonna do something multiversal,
where Spider-Man sort of like interacts with Doctor Strange, and then something else happens and they fix it, right?
Can I? I'm sorry. Can I just stop? Oh, we need to continue down this road, but I gotta stop you because you brought up Keith David, and I just I have a notification. You saw it.
I saw it early this morning, like when I first woke up.
I just saw this right now. Because someone tagged us. Keith David, I gotta read this. This is fucking awesome.
What did he say?
I will address this once. Frankly, you do a really good. You do a really good Keith David. Sweeney, you want to read this? You want to read it?
I'll address this once because, frankly, the onslaught of tweets and IG comments have been exhausting.
You got to read it like him.
I can't. I don't.
You fucking do it all the time, man. What are you talking about?
Derek.
What?
Sweeney, he can't. Sweeney can't read.
I will address this once because, frankly, the onslaught of tweets and IG comments are exhausing. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh my god. Okay, stop.
Keith David and read.
Okay. Fair enough.
Can I be honest? I don't know why you thought he could do that.
I've heard him do Keith David and it's pretty good.
My Keith David
but I guess while he's
fine.
Reading,
I have to focus.
You're focusing on
what I'm reading. I'm too dyslexic. I have to focus on reading.
What did he say?
What did he say?
Move on. Shut up.
Okay,
what did he say?
I'll do it. I'm gonna do it in Anderson's voice from Mass Effect. I'm gonna try that one, or from Modern Warfare 2. It's the same thing.
Just fucking do it.
I will address this once, frankly. The onslaught of the tweets and IG comments are exhausting. To be silver-tongued means one is eloquent and persuasive in speaking. Due to being blessed with a wonderful voice to speak and sing, I chose Silverthroat as my IG username. He continues.
Silverthroat? What?
So Silverthroat is his IG name.
Oh, weird.
And then he continues. There's nothing sexual about it. But even if there was, that's my prerogative. Moving forward, I will simply block those who choose to bring the nonsense up to my comments. My social is for positivity and talking to my fans.
Oh my god.
Now, be blessed on this glorious Wednesday.
I agree with him. I don't care.
Silverthroat?
I don't care. That's still cool. I read it this morning I first woke up, and I was like, that's still cool. I don't care what anybody says.
I love that he fucking addressed it. There's nothing sexual.
I love that he felt
Silverthroat.
That he felt the need to address that is really fucking funny. Because I follow him on Instagram because he's like one of my favorite voice actors ever. And I didn't notice that was his name, and I knew what it meant. And I was like, oh, cool, all right. But the fact that I just love the idea of people commenting. It's like, is your name sexual?
The thing is,
they just hear throat and they immediately think it's sexual.
He's an old man. So what happens is that he's gonna
is
see
your
this
throat
and be
lined
like,
with cum? Is that why?
No, my throat doesn't have cum in it.
My throat does
No,
not have
silver
cum.
does not mean cum.
Not one bit.
Silver does not mean cum, Shepard.
You're confusing me with my cousin. Come next.
No.
Oh my god.
Fucking stupid. Oh my god. But it's Keith
Oh,
David.
you know what? Honestly, let's move on to. We got some questions actually from the audience.
Let's do it.
Let's
move on.
Let's hear him.
Silver cum is wrote in.
Silver throat. Nothing to do with cum at all. No, I'm not gonna make fun of Keith David. He's Keith David. I don't care. He can say whatever he wants.
We're not making fun of him.
Awesome.
It's just funny.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
more
my
making
God.
fun of the people that fucking are hitting him up.
Oh my god. All right, paraplegic, and some of these questions are for all of us. Some of these questions are for Elvis, but I think we could all answer some of these.
Give me an answer.
Elsie Bray's pyramid scheme wrote in, says, does Elvis love Paddington 2 as much as Nick Cage, playing Nick Cage, loves Paddington 2 in the new hit film where critically acclaimed actor Nicolas Cage plays Nicolas Cage? I've been meaning to see this movie, but I haven't gotten around to it.
I saw the beginning of it.
It's so
really?
funny. I love it. Massive talent. It's so good.
But the question is, how do you feel about Paddington 2?
I love Paddington 2. It's like
Is that really an amazing movie?
It's genuinely really good, yeah.
I saw the first one. The first one was stellar. Like the first Paddington movie was way better than it had any right to be. Like way better than any right to be.
See, I never saw it because I didn't know what Paddington. Like, I know it's based on a thing, right? It's based on like a children's book or something.
No, it was a teddy bear. It was actually a Paddington teddy bear.
Oh, it's literally just based on a toy.
I have no idea.
What I know, yes.
That's like if they made a Robo Sapien movie or something. That's like they really just made a toy based on the movie. Whatever. I didn't see it because I didn't understand what the fuck it was. And then there was a second movie, and I was like, well, I didn't see the first one, so I'm not going to see the fucking Paddington 2. That's insane. Can you imagine seeing Home Alone 2
like
without seeing Home Alone?
Film. I'll say.
Yeah, Paddington.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that they're perfect date movies. So if you have a lady over, you just watch them back to back, and you're getting laid. It's gonna happen.
Really? Back to back a Paddington marathon?
Yep. It'll happen.
We
I
have
swear.
to and I have no one to watch it with.
Is it? Do you mean it's like something that's on in the background, or like it genuinely turns you on? And like it sets the mood for like sex.
I think
Paddington sets the mood.
They're just feel good movies. I don't think they're sexual in nature at all. Like
that red hat really gets me going.
I don't know. I'm seeing this like old. I'm seeing this. Who is this? George R. R. Martin? Who's this old guy?
George R. Martin in Paddington.
Yeah, is this George R. R. Martin in Paddington? Where he's wearing like, is he a prisoner? Like a chef prisoner? What the hell's going on?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm looking at the thumbnails. He's wearing like a prison fucking overalls. Like the prison stripes.
Paddington?
Are they not in prison? It says Paddington 2 Prison Friends. And there's like a bunch of...
Yeah.
They're all wearing prison outfits.
There is a part
and one of them has like a chef hat.
Paddington goes to prison.
Wait, don't spoil it. I haven't seen Paddington 2.
Guys, one sec. Someone's knocking at my door violently. One sec.
Oh, really?
I'll be right back. Yeah.
All right.
Dude, he gets his head blown off.
Keep the camera on. You just fucked the entire video.
I want to see his head blown smooth. Yeah, what a fucking...
damn it. That sucks.
He did fuck the video. What a fucking...
Really?
Whatever.
That fucks the video?
Well, because it moved your fucking window, so now I'm going to have to move it a couple of times because this genius... He does stuff like this all the time, though, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Anyway, I guess I'll get around to watching this. I don't know why I put it off. It feels ridiculous to me that... the movie Paddington 2 would be so good that I had to see it.
That's why it's funny. You know, that's why they mentioned it in Massive Talent, because it seems like a children's movie for, you know, that wouldn't appeal to adults, but like they make a thing of it because it's genuinely good, but it just seems like a movie that's that would be for kids. And the fact that Nick Cage is like what, 50, 60 or whatever, it makes for a funny joke.
That is, I don't know, man. I guess I got to watch it. But I guess Sweeney might be dead, but I guess we got to keep going.
I was kind of hoping like that you just see his head just. Like,
I was kind of hoping that.
Can you imagine his head? You can see the top of his head.
I mean, can you imagine he's literally getting swatted right now? That'd be wild. You're gonna feel like such a piece of shit if he gets swatted.
I would wonder like who would, because I've noticed the only people that get swatted. I mean, do you ever? Let's be real. Do you usually see good people getting swatted? On average, like think about the people that get swatted all the time. Whenever you hear about swattings, usually it's like, I see like, Keemstar, I got swatted again. Quartering, I got swatted. Temple, I got swatted. Like I usually see shit like that, or I'm like, I don't condone that shit at all. But like, you're pissing people off, and a lot of people are crazy enough to do shit like that. So it's like. You know, so I would say, Sweeney, what are you doing behind our backs?
You'd victim blame Sweeney for being swatted.
Totally. What is he doing? Who is he antagonizing? What psychopath is he antagonizing?
He comes back and he goes, I got swatted, guys, and we go, well, what did you do?
Derek, there are some psychos out there. Like there are some people who have commented on my movie reviews like 40 times, the same person, about a bunch of random shit, like just going on a tirade about my opinion on like, I don't know, fucking Harry Potter or something. Like some people would bomb my house because I have a weird opinion on Draco Malfoy. Like it makes no sense.
What? Chamber of Secrets is your least favorite? What? That's how I felt. That's how I felt watching that video. I was like, what?
I mean, how's
that possible?
I totally understand that even like you're not doing a goddamn thing wrong, and then there's these insane people. But have you been swatted?
No.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, it's like I don't like, even though these people are insane, I totally understand that. Like sometimes this is when I guess I'm feeling a little bit. What?
No. Oh, he's back. He's returned. Are you all right? Did you get swatted?
No, thank God. I wouldn't come back if I was swatted. I'd be gone.
Just out the window.
Yeah, probably.
I'd be a memory.
That would make it way more like, what did you like? Oh, like they didn't hold back. Like you're one of the unlucky ones that got actually blasted.
They come in, like, get on the floor, and while I'm getting on the floor, it's like, why are you moving? And I'm done.
He's moving.
Why are you moving?
Like, why are you moving? And I'm like, because I was told to get on the floor. Shut up. Okay, answer me. It's like, I don't know what to do.
They shoot you in the chest, and your shirt gets really red. And he's like, he's getting red at us. That's aggressive.
I'm scared. I fear for my life. And that's it. I'm gone.
All right, let's move on.
You into mist.
We got a good question. I'm really excited about this one.
Okay.
Pause, Red. And he says, "Hey, Elvis, were you mad that Derek made you review gay N-words from outer space?"
Oh my God. Yo, you did it twice, dude. You did it twice.
Wait, which one was the other one?
Freaking boss N-word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, at least you're making me more cultured. So thank you, Derek.
Hey, you're welcome. You're so welcome. I didn't think that shit was gonna work. He just said, "Oh, I'm gonna put a funny thing," and then of course it'll just get a couple likes. But I was like,
"Yeah," because wasn't it like like you tweeted something like, "Oh, the tweet with the most likes is the movie I'm gonna review next." Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I will probably regret this. Reply to this tweet with a movie you'd like me to review. The reply with the most likes, I will 100% make a video on. Derek Blackman, some of you might know him as Some Black Guy on YouTube, decided to come along and tweet this. Hit that like button. And look at how many people liked this tweet.
And guess what? The gay N-words video has 1.2 million views right now. So...
Yo, well, there you go, dude. That was fucking... Dude, I was not expecting that at all.
It's such a funny
I felt
video.
bad. I thought that shit was gonna get like suppressed and shit.
I know.
Like I was thinking he's gonna waste his time.
Dude,
I felt kind of bad.
And it's monetized. It's monetized somehow.
That's insane, dude. That review is funny. That is a funny review, dude. Because I can just see in your face, you're like, here we go.
I had so much fun making that video though. Like that movie's really funny.
I don't know how you couldn't.
The first time I saw that movie, I was because I was alone.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck am I? I was like, I couldn't. Because it was on MySpace. It was what was it called? Space Movie 1992 or whatever.
Yeah,
it was just that. It was just trending. It was just trending on MySpace. Like, it was like bulletins and stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
It's like the worst possible quality you can ever imagine. And it's like, it's all in black and white. And it has the most ridiculous characters. Yeah, it's really
their
funny.
Fucking names.
Yeah.
Fucking dildo.
The thing that really gets me about it is the title. Not just because of like the words in it, but that the first two words are combined into one word.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. That show that's a title instead of you just saying two hurtful phrases.
And it was
That's what they are.
It was directed by a white guy too.
Yeah, it's some Danish guy.
That movie's so ridiculous. Oh my God. And your video is even fucking crazier, Elvis. I was like, this is insane.
Do you know how hard it was to make that movie like make any sort of sense in a video format? I felt like I was just losing my mind when I was editing that.
I have a hard time making straightforward things make sense in a video. Like if I'm talking about like anything media oriented, even if it's like perfectly structured, I'm struggling with like how to structure it in a video. So I don't know how the fuck you even begin to structure that movie for anything.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's just like here's something.
Yeah.
Here's another thing.
When I put up that Twitter poll or that post or whatever, and then Derek's reply got like 1 billion likes. I was like, fuck. I had no idea what it was. I just knew I just shot myself in the face by doing that.
After the second one, after the second one, I retired. I was like, dude, I'm not gonna do this anymore. Like, it's just gonna be like, first of all, I'm gonna run out of movies with the N word in the title. But I was like, so I was just like, that's it. That's it.
It's such a fucking ugly movie. Like
at least Boss N word had like at least some style to it. Gay N words.
No, the Boss N words
is just.
It's night and day as far as the production.
Yeah.
I like the message of that movie though. You got to get rid of the women. That was it. I was like, oh, this resonates.
I was kind of on board.
This resonates.
It's an Andrew Tate movie.
Could you imagine Andrew Tate made it? Could you imagine it was him?
He fucking produced it. Look for the production credits. It might be there.
Oh
it
my
might
God.
Be there.
Did you guys know that Andrew Tate had a thing with Jordan Peterson's daughter?
Yes.
What do you mean he had a thing? Like
they used
dated?
to date. They used to date. Michaela Peterson and Andrew Tate dated.
Isn't that good?
I can't think of a more tragic life.
This world is way too small, bro.
than Jordan Peterson. Did you see that thing where it's like, wasn't it like Jordan Peterson has such a strange life because like I just remember didn't he go into a coma because he drank apple cider or something?
What?
No. No, you're mixing two things together. He fucking like. He couldn't sleep for 30 days because he drank apple cider, which is impossible. But he claims he literally couldn't sleep for a month, for an entire month for drinking apple cider.
That is, if you don't sleep for a month, that's brain damage probably.
Yeah,
I think
you would die.
After like a week.
You would literally die.
Yeah.
So he claims he didn't have any sleep. So I'm like, okay, well, it was crazy. He went to a coma. Now this is kind of sad. His wife, she appeared to have terminal cancer. She survived. It was pancreatic cancer or whatever. She survived it. She got very lucky. He started going
it's
hardcore.
Sad that she survived?
No. Let me finish. I'm saying the story's sad. Like it's like she got cancer and then he got hooked on benzos to cope.
Oh God.
And then to get he could not wean himself off of benzos, so they put him in a coma to get him off the benzos. And he almost died. He had to go to Russia to do this.
Wait, you can induce a coma?
Yes.
Yeah. No, but like voluntarily, like you can just go to the
medically induced comas.
I have, but only for like very specific like.
No, he went to Russia.
Surgery. Oh, he had to go to Russia. Okay, that makes sense.
No. For surgery,
you can't just.
Surgeries, you're being knocked out. You're being knocked out.
No, Kingston. What I'm saying is, you can't go to the hospital and say, "Can you put me in a coma, please?"
No. What happens is like if you have if you have like brain swelling,
you just went to Russia.
Sorry, if you have like brain swelling, or if you're having like seizures or stuff like that, they'll medically induce a coma.
No, I understand that if for specific ailments, they will medically induce a coma to treat a certain thing or to get over a certain thing. But what I'm saying is the fact that he was like, I can't do it, put me in a coma, and someone did it. That's pretty fucking wild.
No American physician would do that, so he had to go to Russia to do it. And
that's wild.
He almost
really
died. Go ahead.
I really thought for the longest time that he drank apple cider and he went to a coma. He seems because he seems like a frail enough like he seems like a balsa wood person. Like he just like a breeze would knock him. Like that's why that video of him going around recently of him going like. Where he's going like, we'll see who cancels who.
That shit's
and
awesome.
he's sitting in that epic chair, but he's talking tough guy stuff, but he's like he can't.
Yours, woke moralist. I'm like, okay, dude.
But the whole time, but the whole time I'm thinking like, why are you threatening people? You got put into a coma by apple cider.
If he misses one step on his way down a flight, he's gone, bro. And he's threatening people, dude. He's one step, and that's it. That's a timeout.
He will, absolutely shatter. He's like fucking. He's like that fucking that glass bone dude from Unbreakable. Like he's like that fucking fragile.
From Mr. Glass.
Yeah, he's fucking that fragile, dude. Like if apple cider like fucked you up for a month, imagine like just being slapped. I don't know. I feel like he would just fucking crumble. His body is not put together well, but apparently neither is his daughter. She's also makes poor. It is a poor decision, man. I just don't understand how they've risen to the stature, because he even recently he blamed wokeism and transgenderism on the fucking Ukraine war, and I'm like, this is brilliant. I like where this guy's going.
Ever since he woke up, he's definitely not been quite all right.
There's definitely some damage that was done to him. But
I actually do agree with that. I really do.
I think
something switched.
I just think it's so funny. He got so upset that he got banned from Twitter that he blamed it on transgender people, and he made this massive video ranting about it. Like, he could have just said, "God, it sucks that I was banned from Twitter." That's all you had to say, bro. Like, what the fuck? Why you gotta bring all these other people into it?
Why? The thing to me, it's like, God, man, Twitter's so terrible. Like, why would
you even care?
To me, like I'm like, sincerely, like, if I get banned from Twitter, it's the best day of my life, I feel like I hate Twitter so much. I'm only on it because I'm allowed on it, and I kind of have to be, sorta. You don't really have to be, but it's like, it's there. You might as well take advantage of it.
I love Twitter.
If I was banned today, you wouldn't hear a peep out of me.
Yeah.
I would mention, it's like, hey, I'm banned from Twitter. I'm so much happier.
Yeah.
But he already had that arc, though. He already had that arc of complaining. Remember when he made fun of that plus size model who was barely overweight?
Oh, yeah.
She had
he was like, this
10,
is not beautiful.
Overweight. You'll never be beautiful like me or my daughter.
Not beautiful.
My hot
you can't
daughter with her
it
banging bod. My daughter's so hot. But he got so mad. He got so fucking mad when everybody shat on him, even his own fan base. There was a section of his own fan base. There was a tweet specifically that got thousands of likes saying, "Hey, bro, tone it down. My wife looks like this." Like, it's like one of his fucking fans. Oh, he said, "No, I love you, but my wife, tone it down, please." And he got so mad at that, and he's like, "I'm leaving Twitter." He's like, "It's a cesspool. I'm leaving." It's like, good. Get out of here. And then now he's complaining that he got fucking banned. I'm like, well, which one is it, bitch? I thought you were leaving. You hated it. He still claims to hate it in the fucking that video he released, but he's still crying about it. I got banned from Twitter for impersonating Trump, right? When he got kicked off because of that insurrection bullshit or whatever happened, I immediately started impersonating him and just started talking shit. And I guess enough people believed it was real to where they reported me, and I was gone in like 40 minutes. I was like, fuck.
Dude, that tweet was blowing. Those tweets were blowing up, Derek.
They blew up too quick. That was the problem. I thought it was just going to get like a little bit of traffic. It would be fun, but they started like gaining way too much traffic. Anyway, I appealed it. My main account is suspended, and I will say it's the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
I called so many people that were following me that I kind of hated. There was a lot of people that. Do you know a guy named Mike Cernovich? His eyes are like so close together. He's almost a Cyclops.
He's like one of those alt-right guys, right?
He had this thing called Gorilla Mindset, where he's like, it's basically like something. It's kind of rapey or something. I forget. It's like he's like one of those people. Like,
like a pickup artist.
It's but step back from that. But he's like one of those conservative men that teaches men to be,
manlier,
college frat boys, I guess.
Right.
It's like PragerU essentially, but he's a young Dennis Prager, because Prager's written some stuff saying,
dude,
a woman should never say no to sex.
Dude, I follow. I follow.
I'm not even joking.
I follow some of these. There's some of these accounts that I follow on Twitter, because there's one specifically that's like, it's like Pickup Artist Academy or something, and it's
that's
like
awesome.
It's like they'll tweet out like a picture of like some, I don't know, some hot woman like on like a pier or something, and she's like, "How do you open?" And it's a bunch of people, and it's like unironic. It's not like it's not like a meme. It's like their communities fostered on like genuinely responding in authentic way, like how they would approach this woman. And the replies are so unhinged, but it's like, it's some of my favorite shit in the world.
And it's always old people or children that's saying the most insane shit. It was like, wow, these people got balls, man.
They got nothing to lose.
I don't know. Anyway, I don't know how we got here. Ninja Fox wrote in. He says, "Hello, my lovely boys. Question for Elvis. The first time I ever saw Chris was by watching your Tinder trolling video. Still one of my favorite videos on YouTube ever made. Is there a reason you stopped Tinder trolling, and would you ever bring it back? Thank you for introducing me to this madness, Elvis. It's all your fault. Keep up the good work, boys. That's actually kind of awesome.
That's hilarious.
That is pretty
crazy.
cool.
That's crazy. That's how you found me, Ninja Fox. But thanks for sticking around, I guess.
But yeah,
I remember that video.
Very
that
cool,
was
very
that
cool.
was I think your Bunty King video with him with the Tinder trolling with Bunty was fucking hilarious.
yeah, I
But
love that video.
I feel
So
like I
fucking
could. I
funny.
feel like I could also imagine why you would stop doing those videos.
Yeah.
Okay, there's multiple reasons I stopped. One being they just don't perform as well. Another being I just started reusing the same jokes over and over, and that got old to me. And not
there's
as,
only so much.
not as funny, Like you can troll people on Tinder only so much, and then it just kind of gets repetitive.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of got burnt out on them, but the ones I have up, I really like. I think they're all really funny.
You
Certain
were
things just kind of
you were
run their
weren't you Vito Corleone?
No, that was
Godfather?
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's so
Yeah.
fucking funny, dude.
you picked the worst pictures too. Like,
Yeah.
I that video. It does make me, there's something specifically that happens in that video that's still like insane to me. That just the sheer coincidental nature of like who I matched with in that video is wild. But the Vito Corleone, I don't know how people don't recognize that as like one of the fakest
know.
fucking games in the world. Like, it's like an immediate red flag.
Like from one of the most famous movies ever made. Like, come on, bro.
Vito Corleone.
Good. Oh, very authentic. Yo,
It's a
but
fun.
yeah,
It's a fun
bro.
premise.
Anyone watching or listening to this, you have to watch that series. I think there's you had 3 of them.
4, I think. There's 4 of them.
Oh, 4?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I might have missed one. But I know you did Bunty King, which is that was the first one, which is Chris is right. That one's fucking.
That one is pretty funny.
I think I remember like crying. I think I was laughing. That shit was funny as fuck.
Yeah, I love that.
Chris, you did Pig, right? Bionic Pig.
Yeah.
You did one with him.
Yeah, and the last one I
And
did
who else?
was with Willie Mack. He's another like commentator.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I recently discovered him actually, not that long ago, like maybe a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I like his. I like. He's like an underdog. I like.
Yeah,
him.
he's a pretty funny guy.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, there's it is one of those types of videos where it's like there are people who ask me the same thing about like shit that I used to do like 4 years ago, where it's like, oh, why aren't you doing this anymore? It's like there's 5 of them,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
there's only so much. Like I've exhausted every single option. Like there's no legs on this thing aside from like what was
You're
there
right.
already. Like you got it already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want a new one? Just remix the old ones, I guess, if you want on your time, because it's basically the same.
Yeah.
But let's see. Got a few of these. Zero Wolf wrote in. He says, "Yo Elvis, the alien, skeleton with glasses, Black Frankenstein, and horny imp." Thank you for those compliments, and just calling Elvis by his name.
Am I Black
I appreciate
Frankenstein?
it.
That's so fucking
Why-
hurtful. That's so fucking hurtful. I'm a
see it.
scientist, so fuck you. Frankenstein's monster
kinda
is the one that's
No,
a fucking
no, but
lurch
he's-
dumb person.
But he definitely means
Yeah,
Frankenstein's monster.
he should have
because
said the right thing then, piece of shit.
Are you one of those people? Are you one of those fucking people that you have to correct them when they fucking do that?
If you're hurting my
Excuse
feelings,
me,
if you're hurting my feelings, you gotta come at me the right way. Fuck you.
That's true. That's true. Actually, I agree with that. I take that. I withdraw my statement.
God fucking Christ. All right. Zero wrote in. He says, my question is for all you guys. What movies do you enjoy watching even though they're terrible? So bad it's good movies. I personally enjoy watching Batman and Robin.
Yes.
Even though I know the movie's bad, but it still makes me laugh with Arnold's ice puns as Mr. Freeze.
Yeah. That's a good
So
one.
good. So good.
I'm afraid to tell you guys mine. I'm actually really afraid.
Here's the thing. I don't have an immediate answer to this question because if I'm watching a movie that is so bad it's good, I don't register it as bad. It just becomes a good movie to me. Like, if I'm having fun watching it, it's good.
Well,
You know?
that's definitely just a you thing then.
Yeah,
It is. Absolutely.
I know when I'm watching.
It's
bad
100%.
shit.
Mine would have to be the Resident Evil Paul W.S. Anderson movies. I think they're hilarious and really fun to watch, but they're god awful.
How many are there? I
like 8, bro.
I stopped at. I saw the first 2 and then a little bit of the one where it's like in the desert.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one that is.
So there's Resident Evil, there's Resident Evil Apocalypsis. There's
what?
God, that name.
It's
Apocalypse. That's what it's actually called?
Apocalypsis. What are you talking about?
Yeah, why are you saying that?
That's what it says. That's what it says. Google Resident Evil movies. It says Apocalypsis.
That's a typo, I'm guessing.
Are we getting some Mandela going on right now?
No, if you Google Resident Evil movies and look at just look at it, it's weird. The title, when the written title says Apocalypse, but the fucking the image says Apocalypsis.
Apocalypsis. I see that. That is fucking very strange. That it says that.
Maybe it's like a foreign like a foreign poster with like a slightly different translation. That's weird though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I am seeing that. That is weird.
Anyway, there's Resident Evil Extinction, Resident Evil Afterlife, Resident Evil Retribution, and then Resident Evil the final chapter. So there's 5 of them, basically.
Okay, so I saw the first 2 and then a little bit of the I think the third one because I remember the Extinction thing. After that, I had no idea. So I'm not that far behind.
I'm seeing 7 of them.
There's 5.
7.
But there's 5. Well, there's probably a bunch of other you had that live action.
Oh, yeah, and those Raccoon City. So it's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
4,
that's not Paul W. Sanderson.
Apocalypse, Extinction, Afterlife, Retribution, and the final chapter.
Yeah.
Or the final.
Yeah. But then there's like Return to Raccoon City, which was like that recent one that was not by that director. And that was more based on.
I watched that, and very forgettable.
Yeah. They're all. Resident Evil is such a weird thing because it's like it seems like so impossible to. It's for some reason it seems really difficult for people to adapt it into any other medium, even though you'd think it's like a zombie. You'd think it would be like one of the easier video games to adapt into like live action, linear storytelling. But for whatever reason, it's just this fucking mess. Like that new Resident Evil show. Have you guys seen the new Resident Evil show?
It's bad.
It's the GOAT.
It's bad.
It is astonishing.
It's the GOAT.
It's such a bad show.
I mean,
I watched
when I saw fucking Blade show up, I was giddy. I was so like, oh my god!
It literally is Blade. It's so funny.
No, we had this conversation on like I think like one of the most recent episodes where it's like Black Wesker is Blade.
Yeah.
Like that's just that character design is just Blade. If it's not a white person, like. That has to Wesker has to be white, otherwise he's Blade. Like it's just there's no other. I was so staggered, but then part of me when I was watching it, I was like half paying attention, and then I saw Lance Reddick come down, and it was Blade. But I was like, I'm watching Resident Evil, right? But then I thought oh wait, no, it's probably because there's so much crossover bullshit everywhere. I just thought, maybe Blade is in this. I believe that because it seems so not unlikely now.
So insane.
They should just bleach
There's
his
like-
hair.
I didn't think about this.
There's a real video game
right.
where you can play as a Super Saiyan Shaggy fighting Superman in like the Looney Tunes world. You know what I mean? Like why can't Blade be in the new Resident Evil movie after they've tried, or the new Resident Evil show after they've tried for fucking 15 years to make this make sense in live action?
You know what?
I thought about why they gave him hair like that. I thought about it because I think they had a choice between he's either gonna look like Blade or Morpheus. So it was like either or. And they're like, fuck.
That Morpheus would have been perfect, bro.
So you're saying Morpheus with hair is Blade?
Is it Morpheus?
Yeah. Yes, that's very.
Oh my
fucking
god!
Crying right now. I can't fucking believe it.
They should just bleach his hair.
Bleach his hair.
Yeah, dude. That would have been you solved the fucking problem. See, that's why you paid the big bucks. You need to be on the set and be like, no. Bleach his fucking hair.
His hair's the wrong color.
But that would have
like
solved
Blade.
everything though. Because
true.
it would have it would have made it different enough to where I'm like, okay, well there you go. There's a black Wesker.
But then here's the thing: it's like somebody in the audience would be like, "Is that Black Duke Nukem?" and then you're just completely out of sorts
Black
again.
Duke Nukem. That is the most I can say honestly for real. I've never thought of a Black Duke Nukem. That is something that's never.
Is that like Shaft almost? What would an actual black is that?
There's no such thing.
I don't think that character exists.
Duke Nukem has platinum blonde hair.
Duke Nukem is a white man, bro.
He can only be. I guess he can only be a white man, right? Yeah.
They can make it.
It would quite frankly be disrespectful to anybody else if anybody else played Duke Nukem. Because he's not like this beloved fictional character.
I thought of the best name.
Duke Nukem.
I thought of the best name for
That's
a black
point.
Duke Nukem.
I feel like I'm gonna hate this.
It's Duke Spooko.
Am I gonna have to bleep this out? Oh no!
You suck. You're the worst. I
think that's hilarious.
You would.
Why would they do that though? It's doomed to.
But why? No, I want
funny.
to expound on this. I want to expound on this a little bit because, like, why do you guys think that this is so uniquely difficult to adapt?
I don't think it is
because
they're just look. This is let me say this. Sorry to cut you off. I think they're just trying to. So there's been a handful of CGI movies, and the ones that I've seen, they're pretty fucking good. It just looks like the video games except for the fucking movies, and it has Leon and all that shit, and it's fun. The action's cool. It's all, and now I think they're trying just as not do that, it would actually benefit them if they just mimicked it, because a lot of people haven't seen those fucking movies.
That's true.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I just think I've seen a lot of video game adaptations, and none of them are good, but none of them are as off as the Resident Evil. Like the Paul W. Like the ridiculous ones with Mila Jovovich. Those are fun action movies. That has nothing to do with Resident Evil at all. But there's specifically, I don't know which one I saw. I've only seen one of them, but it's the one where that guy gets fucking vivisected.
No, that's the first one.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
That's the first one with the laser grid, right?
Yeah.
That shit was amazing.
Yeah, that was cool. I think the main reason the Paul W.S. Anderson movies like just fail when you compare them to other action movies is because he doesn't know how to write compelling gun action at all. It's so funny. Like, he makes the goofiest gun action. When you compare action scenes involving weapons of any sort in these Resident Evil movies, like to, I don't know, say John Wick, for example, you put them side by side, it's just like night and day. One is so over the top and dumb and like super slow motion all over the place, and like people are just doing inhuman shit. And then John Wick, while it's also over the top, it's more believable, you know? Like, just the way it's filmed, the way it's put together. You can watch and be like, okay, this guy, he's legitimately just like incredible with a firearm for some reason, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of work that I love John Wick, those two movies. I like the first one more, but like there was a third one, right? I actually didn't see that one.
Is very good.
Yeah, with Halle Berry.
Fuck, I gotta see that. I thought I did.
Yeah.
But
I still like. Oh, go. We don't need to get into that.
No. I mean, just like it is night and day. Those like I feel like those movies are so well handled, but like also it just has there's a lot of people behind the scenes and in front of the camera who care. Like the way that Keanu actually like took those courses.
Yeah.
And like Keanu, I fully believe that aside from like the whole like, you know, John Wick taking inhuman amounts of damage, the fact that he gets shot and kind of like walks it off in ways that like he shouldn't. That aside, I believe that Keanu Reeves could do most of that stuff.
Well, he is a martial artist.
And he does do that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
They
wild.
film it in a really great way too, you know, like the it's all put together beforehand, obviously. Like the choreography is great and everything. I just think they failed to do that miserably with the Resident Evil movies, and that's what makes them so funny. Like the action scenes are so dumb.
Yeah.
They're really rough.
Yeah, you can tell. It's like you can tell like the people like when you hear the behind the scenes and how much time it took to do something. Like I think about the Matrix, where it's like, oh, we spent like half a year training for this shit. Or I was watching the first Raid movie, Raid Redemption, and there was just one scene and this like kind of meat locker
Raid
thing
is
that took
so
2 weeks to film.
It's so good.
It's fucking fantastic. And it took 2 weeks just to film that one fucking fight scene.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's why it's so goddamn good, because they most people would be like, we're rapping in a day. Like we're rapping a day that we got it.
Dude, my jaw was just hanging open that entire movie. I was just like, holy shit, how did they do this? Like, the action is so insane in that movie.
Good.
It's so good, man. Did you see the second one? Did you see Raid 2?
No, I've only seen the first one.
Oh, please watch it.
2 is better than 1.
Really?
The choreography is taken to a level to where my palms were sweating. I'll just say that.
Damn.
Like towards the end of the film, Jesus, the choreography is stupid, like just coordinated.
Yeah.
I'm like, these people are spending too much time. I don't feel like I need to give them more money. Like I'm not giving them
like
enough money.
I've actually only seen the first one. I never saw Raid 2.
Second one's good. I mean, I can even say maybe you don't even have to watch the entire. I would recommend it because it's more of a film. The plot is a lot more diverse than just like, oh, we're going through this building, we need to escape. But if you want to not watch the whole thing, I would at least just watch the fight scenes on YouTube just so you can see what I'm talking about and be like, oh shit. But yeah, that. And one other movie I wanted to mention, it's on Netflix. Maybe it's not anymore because I know the cycle shit, but it's called The Night Comes for Us. It's it has some of the same people. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. It has more guns in it, but it's still a fun watch. If it's still on Netflix, I would highly recommend that too.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Before we get past the question, because we asked what movies are like bad that we watch, even though we know they're bad, and for me it's Twilight. I actually really enjoy the Twilight movies. Like, for real.
Hell yeah, dude.
I actually really enjoy watching movies. They're so funny. They're so fucking funny.
Yeah.
I don't even think
I can agree with that.
I don't even think they're particularly bad.
No,
I just
they're
find them
horrible.
boring.
They're horrible films, dude.
I find them boring, like incredibly.
Like there's,
but like I don't know. Like when I compare, I don't know. Like I compare Twilight to other movies that I've seen, and it's not like filmed worse. It's not like
that
acted
script,
particularly worse.
That script writing in that series is fucked, bro.
It's about as fucked as a lot of things that I've seen.
There's a moment.
I know there's that CGI baby that like makes me laugh every time I see it.
There's a moment where Bella gets kissed by Jacob and she punches him, and the sound editor put the sound in late. So she punches him, and then later you hear the sound of hair making contact. Like visibly, you can see where it's happened late. You're like, what the fuck? Those movies are a gold mine. If you want to watch something and laugh at it, those movies are the way to go.
I'm not gonna lie. Breaking Dawn Part 1 is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It honestly is.
It's so bad.
It's so unbelievably terrible.
I can't tell them apart. I don't remember them by name. I saw the first one, and that's the only one I saw. I think
I've seen all of those movies way too many times, and I would watch them again. I'd watch them again.
You know what I gotta say? I stopped liking the Harry Potter movies once they started to become like blue the entire time.
Yeah.
I liked the first two. Like I thought they were like whimsical and like they had color, and it's like, oh, they're Chris Columbus movies.
Yeah.
So they feel like they have this like Home Alone feeling to them where it's like, oh, this is like a cozy movie, and it's like,
Yeah.
you know, there's like wonder in it. And then it gets The Prisoner of Azkaban, and then it's like, oh, this is a good movie too. It's a bit dark. I can't fucking see anything. When I saw it in the theater the first time, I remember being fucking confused because there's this scene where Harry runs away from like a wolf who's like in the dark. And it's like, I'm a wolf and I'm growling at you, but I'm your friend. Don't worry. But you don't know that yet. And Harry's running away. But when I saw it in the theater, it was so dark that I didn't see the wolf.
Oh yeah, the wolf is supposed to kind of like blend in that scene, I think.
Yeah, but I just missed it, and I didn't hear it
Yeah.
either. So I was just like, so it just looked like he spazzed out for a second and ran just into the woods for no reason. But after that movie, every movie's just fucking blue. Every single one of them.
Particularly
It's
the
just like,
Half-Blood Prince, dude. There's a scene, like, I haven't seen all of them. I've seen 3 because my favorite character is Sirius Black. That's the
Wait,
only character.
you haven't seen them all?
I haven't seen all of them. I've only
Come on.
seen 3.
They're good.
3
I like
and
them.
7 part 2 and then 6.
So I saw the first 3 and then part 2 of the last one.
That's it? How have you guys?
I'll
You
tell
guys haven't seen Harry Potter? Oh my god!
Elvis.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first one.
Holy shit!
I read the books. I read the books and like I
What
hate the
the
books
hell?
too.
I have a legitimate excuse. Okay. Well, no, I don't. It's not legitimate. It's just an excuse. So I have a weird thing about
Wizards.
magic. It's not wizards in particular. It's like let me tell you something. So like, I was deceived when I was a kid. So there was these awesome toys that there was these awesome toys that were on just the shelves. They were called the Mystic Knights of Tirnanog, and I'm like, oh man, I love the idea of a Mystic Knights. You know, they're gonna be fucking shit up with swords and throwing magic and shit. They did nothing. They stood there and pointed their shit, and then they were just jizzing magic, and I was pissed off.
I can't believe
I'm like, this is.
that.
What is the point of a mystic knight? Well, how are you a knight? You're not a knight. You're just a wizard. So when I'm watching like Harry Potter with the wands and stuff like that, it kind of gives me PTSD to those days when I'm like, these motherfuckers are just standing around saying shit, and then it just kind of like I ruined it for myself to where I didn't even give the series a chance.
But they're
'Cause, like,
flipendoing.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, whatever. They're doing that stuff. To me, it's like, say I play some games with like you're an arcane warrior and shit, and like you get to like do both things, and then I'm like, oh, I always have a little more fun with the weapons and stuff, even though the magic is a lot more effective, especially range attacks and stuff. Blah 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 blah. But like I start going into this mindset of like I'm playing a game and I'm watching this shit, and I'm like, man, these motherfuckers are just kind of standing around just cumming magic on each other and stuff, and it's like. It just bores me. And then now I'm not even paying attention to the actual plot because it's not really about the magic itself and the action and all that shit. So I start kind of psyching myself out, and I'm like, I need to one day sit down and actually watch this shit. I also say this. My mom, this is the last thing I'll say. My mom, I asked her to buy me a skateboard, please. I was like in 6th grade or some shit. Or whatever. I was in middle school, and she said, all right, well, you have to read a fucking fat book and do a book report. And then I grabbed the Goblet of Fire, not reading any fucking Harry Potter, and I was like, I don't understand anything that's happening because I didn't know it was the 4th fucking book.
You read the Goblet of Fire without
reading a Goblet of Fire. That's like reading the last book of Game of Thrones and not knowing who the fuck anyone is. Like, who's this Jon Snow guy? Why is his death matter? That's insane.
I was
Sweeney,
a retarded kid. I didn't know.
Sweeney hates Harry Potter. Actively.
I actually don't like Harry Potter. I can't stand him.
Damn, what's all this Harry Potter slander? I mean,
I can't stand him.
like, I mean, I kind of get it.
given it
Like,
a real
J.K.
chance.
Rowling's in her anti-trans arc, so I mean, it kind of makes sense now. But
I actually like her new shit.
I like her new arc. In fact,
my God.
new J.K. Rowling's kind of based.
It's really crazy. It's really crazy how she could have. I mean, this isn't like a unique thought at all, but like it is like something that I have thought, and I'm sure everybody has too. It's like she really could have just been like a world-renowned,
if she just shut up, dude,
beloved author. If she just didn't,
Shut the
if she
fuck
just shut
up.
the fuck up.
Shut her fucking mouth, or disagree quietly like most normal people do. You don't gotta be loud.
Yeah.
You don't gotta be loud and disagree. You gotta be like, oh, that's something I don't agree with. I'm gonna talk to my friends about it. You know.
The thing that really kind of caught my attention was the fact that she's always tweeting about that stuff, but then like when the Roe v. Wade thing happened, she was like silent for like a weirdly long time. I just remember being like, yeah, it's like I don't know if she tweeted anything. There was a point where like a few days had gone by and she still hadn't said anything. It was like, that's fucking weird that you care more about this other thing than like this actual thing that's like politically relevant. But
Do you think she actually cares about that, or she just? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, I just sort of fell off the movie. Like, I think after the Prisoner of Azkaban, I was like, I think, I don't know, like, something about the blue hue to everything. And I actually liked that kind of whimsical tone. I don't think they could have kept that whimsical tone going for the entire series. That would have been terrible. But at the same time, I did like the feeling of those first 2 movies a lot more than what I saw happening with Azkaban and what I saw from, like, the trailers of everything going forward. And I have a lot of nostalgia connected to Chamber of Secrets specifically because that video game was unnecessarily great. Like, that was a stupid good video game for no god. That was back when we used to get good video game movies, or not video game movies.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Movie-based games. Yeah.
I love Predator Azkaban. I know it's really dark and a lot of shit doesn't make sense. And there's like a whole time travel plot that comes out later on, like in the screenplay of like the one after all of them. But like Sirius Black makes that whole movie for me, bro. Like I just thought he was cool. It's the only reason why I like that movie. Other than that, like I hate those movies in general. I'm glad Dobby died the way he did. I wish Dumbledore got shot in the face. I hope Snape gets ran over. Like I hate Harry Potter with a fiery passion.
I will say I will say the funniest thing about Harry Potter to me is the way that Dobby dies, because I feel like in that world with so much mysticism and magic, the fact that Dobby gets Call of Duty throwing knifed in the back is like so savage in like a real way.
It's supposed to be tragic.
Like,
that's the point. It's supposed to be really tragic.
But it's not like whims. It's not like a spell. You know, it's just a straight up. That would be like, I don't even know. That would be like if Jon Snow had like pancreatic cancer and was just sort of like slowly withering away. Like he didn't die in battle or anything. Like he just
Jon Snow
slowly
dies from chemo.
Yeah, he gets thin and his hair falls out, and then he just like he forgets his like it's like
he forgets
it's
wolf.
so
he
real,
wolf, and he's like, I don't know what's going on. This wolf's gonna eat me.
Unironically, it sounds like something George would actually write though, like giving Jon Snow cancer.
He's that kind of guy. He's like, I feel like I'm very honest. I feel like Winds of Winter. I think because of how annoying the fan base is, the heroes are definitely gonna lose. Like, I think just because of how much of assholes everybody's like, we want to know what happens to Jon Snow. It's like, Jon Snow stays dead, and then his dog eats his body. And it's like,
do you actually think Winds of Winter is going to
George writes like 10 words a day. There's no way that's coming out.
It's going to come out eventually. It's going to come out.
He's going to
George.
No,
it's
going to be just
like
it's going to be just like Dune. It's just going to be just like Dune.
It's not going to be finished. It's not just like Dune. It's never actually finished. Frank Herbert really
in all likelihood
to finish Dune, bro. He had a whole idea, and then he was like, "Oh, my son will finish it, right?" And his son shat the fucking bed. He was like, "You know what? The whole problem. You know what? The whole problem of Dune is humans doing fuck shit. You know what'd be good if we made the ultimate enemy robots." And I was just like, "What?" Brian, why?
Stereotypical sci-fi. That's why.
I don't know.
He was just like,
I don't know anything
every
about
fucking
Dune.
sci-fi is about fucking evil robots.
Instead of it just
like,
being humans, it was the point was humans suck, not robots.
That's fucking awesome.
George R.R. Martin is he? I feel like he writes in the same. You guys know that SpongeBob clip where he spends like yeah, where he writes and it takes him like fucking 8 years. I feel like he's that tier of, and he's old, man. Like those books are not getting finished.
I think they are.
Like
I feel like his priorities changed. He cares more about film. He cares more about like other things now. You know, I feel like his priorities are just different. And he like I think he still does care about writing that book, but he's just doing it so slowly. I mean, the dude's like what, 79 or something?
He's not young. He's not a young guy. What makes it crazy is that the World book came out, right? And what sucks, the World book came out, and the World book is like, I want to know so much more about the rest of the world now too. And then we're never gonna get that. We're just never gonna get about any of the Yee stuff or the Ashai stuff. And I'm like, but this is so cool.
Well, he wrote
Why would you do this to me?
He wrote that random like side book about Targaryens. You know? Yeah.
The Dance of Dragons, was it that book?
No, I think it's.
Or was it the Tragedy at Summerhall?
I forget what it's called.
I never got it. I never watched. I saw, that's another one where it's like I saw the first episode of the last season of Game of Thrones, and that's the only one I saw.
That's hilarious.
So bad.
That's hilarious. I like that.
That's so unfortunate.
It's because by that time everybody was complaining anyway, and I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna watch like a fucking 8-7 season show that like people are complaining about in the
There
ending.
are
That
5
means it's like
amazing
ending
seasons,
poorly.
though. There's 5 genuinely great seasons.
I can't watch 5 amazing seasons of a show that resolves poorly.
Oh, then you stop. That's what I.
But that defeats the purpose of the show. I can't do it.
I understand that sentiment. I really do.
Yeah.
But if you can find a season that ends well enough, you can do it.
Do you think that there's a? Do you think that there is a season of Game of Thrones that ends well as a resolution to the whole?
Well, this is so I kind of trick my brain. I trick my brain, right? So it's not like because the answer is no, but since I know what happens and I'm like that was bad, I'm satisfied with watching up to this point where I'm like this is still worth like this journey that it's made up to this point is still worth watching, even though I know like say, the actual.
The finale,
what happens with the White Walkers and everything. Yeah, it just gets like
because the thing is that the Game of Thrones, the book, in the book, it ends with Jon's death, and that I think is the last good season of the show. That is the last, like it's when Jon gets killed. Because before he gets killed, he goes and he actually like confronts a White Walker proper, and he figures out that like his sword can kill them, and it's like, oh, this is sick. That whole scene is amazing. I think like it's really well shot, like action scene. It does Peril really well, and then he gets killed, and that's where the book ends. It doesn't happen the exact same way, but where everything like leads up to him getting killed, but he gets killed, and you're like, oh, that's it. And the final line is like you hear his wolf howl sadly. And it's like, fuck, what's going to happen next? And I guess that's where it can end. I guess it's not an ending, but that's where it could stop.
But see, that's kind of the thing where it's like...
Chris, when did you stop watching?
I started with the first episode of the last season.
What?
That's so
Jesus
awesome.
Christ.
That's so awesome.
Dude.
Because I
so
wasn't
great.
watching, so I have a general rule where it's like if there's like this new hit show that everybody's talking about, I usually wait for the final season to be announced formally, so that way I can like
Catch up.
You can
get
just watch
through everything really
proper.
quick.
Yeah.
It's what I did with Breaking Bad. It's what I did with Better Call Saul as well, where it's like it's just to the point where it's like, okay, it's ending and it's been good up until now. Pretty good chance it's going to end well, so I'll give it a shot. And the last season of Game of Thrones was out, and I was like, oh, I'm going to start with Game of Thrones now that the final season is out, or it's coming out. And then everybody was telling me it's like, oh yeah, like the first 5 seasons are good. And I'm like, the first 5 seasons?
There's 8.
It's like, yeah, the last 2 have not been particularly great, but I'm sure they're probably going to turn it around. And I remember thinking,
but dude,
like, oh,
it's still worth it. Like those first 5 seasons are definitely like Breaking Bad tier quality. They're so good. Like they're some of the best TV you can ever watch. So it's like
I do believe that, but Breaking Bad ends and it ends perfectly. And it ends perfectly many times, by the way. That's an example of a show that like you could end that season. You could end Breaking Bad after season 4, after season 5, after season 6, but it keeps going and it ends perfectly. And then like I look at not Better Call Saul, fucking Game of Thrones, and that last season is universally terrible. And that's just so sad. It makes me sad to know that something so good could end up so bad in the first place.
It's very unfortunate.
And like
it just shows that like the people that were like spearheading the show, they needed George's help to like corral that show correctly. Because I still think he gave him the premise of like, this is where I want to end up. And that's why it ends up with like Danny going crazy. But getting there was not done well at all. It was just horribly done.
They
from what I understand,
did
they
not
rushed
have enough
it.
time.
Yeah.
They absolutely rushed it.
From what I understand, they rushed it because they got a Star Wars deal, and they were like, let's go make that Star Wars thing. And then they fucked Game of Thrones up so bad that they lost the Star Wars deal, so now they're fucking pariahs.
I heard they were going to get
They
Mandalorian. I heard
that.
they were supposed to get Mandalorian, and they fucked up.
And then they gave it to Jon Favreau. They gave it to Favreau.
They gave it to the GOAT.
They're like, let's just be safe.
They gave it to Favreau and freaking Filoni, and they were like, "Thanks, y'all suck," and they took it.
I mean, after that fucking shit show, I'm like, Jesus, man, that's probably culturally the biggest flop of like a generation of
2010s
of television.
Yeah.
The 2010s, that is the biggest flop
a
of
generation,
2010s.
dude.
Yeah.
Like what? Think of anything bigger than
Yeah.
that. And since we've been alive,
it's the biggest disappointment I can think of for sure.
Yeah.
It's between
I think
that and the
before
Star Wars trilogy. Those are like the two biggest like fucks, dude.
Yeah,
this
Star Wars.
suck.
Oh, that's true. That is
These
true.
two
That people were
suck, dude.
very shocked with
Well,
that
that's-
first.
Well, that's movies. I guess in the realm of television, I can only think of like. It's nowhere near the same level, but Lost and Dexter were kind of like big failures of like shows that started off and people like really really liked them, and then they just
Yeah.
shat the bed.
Lost. I thought a lot of people. How divisive was Lost's ending?
Lost was incredibly
Yeah.
divisive.
The thing about
Yeah,
Lost is
I
that
missed
it
that whole
just
thing.
the premise changed so heavily within like the second and third season. That's why, because like at first it was just like they're on an island, and then it turned into like, no, you're actually in
Like
the
something
great
like
beyond.
Purgatory or some shit. They're like in purgatory.
have you guys heard of that show about like that plane? That like there's a bunch of people on a plane, and then there's like a freak lightning storm, and then they land
100? The 100?
5 years later.
Yeah,
Is it?
What the fuck is
I
that?
don't know.
I forgot what it's called. I know
never
about
heard
the
of it.
show though. I watched like a movie recap about it, and I sat down for like 3 hours and watched it.
I watched the I watched like the first episode, and it's one of the funniest shows I've ever seen because the premise is so dumb. It's like they're in a plane and then they land 5 years later, and all their family thought they were dead. So it's like time's passed, and then like younger sisters are now like older than their, you know what I mean? It's like all time's all fucked up.
Yeah.
I think that's a cool concept, but like I don't know if it's because like that is inherently like a really crazy thing. Coming back and your younger brother's
like
older than you, like that's just such
Yeah,
a
but that's-
crazy thing to think about.
But that's like a Twilight Zone thing. It's
Yeah.
not like it's not like a premise for a whole fucking show. That's like
Yeah.
that's like a
Yeah,
Black
that's
Mirror
true.
episode.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know. If somebody in the comments remembers this, let me know because I don't remember. So we're gonna end. I don't remember what it's called, that show, but we're gonna end with just these last two comments because they're pretty quick.
Okay.
I know the answer to this one, but I figured I'll let him say it. Jonathan Aguiano wrote in. He says, "All right, toughest question yet. Why did you call yourself Elvis the Alien?"
How do you not know this? Okay. I feel like I've said this 1,000 times throughout the
I know,
years.
I know because I played that game, but I guess Perfect Dark is kind of obscure.
Is it really? I thought it was big back in the day.
I mean, well, back in the day, but like now,
well,
you know, I'm sure there's a lot of people who are like,
What?
There's a
Probably like,
character. There's a character in that game named Elvis, and he's an alien. And I really loved that game when I was a kid. It's one of my favorite great games growing up. And yeah, that's where it's from.
Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark is a classic. I really like the original.
Yeah,
I heard
it's
of it,
so
never
good.
played it.
There's Perfect Dark Zero is fucking terrible.
It's
But-
outrageous. I hate it.
It's really bad. They're making a new one, apparently. Maybe. We'll see how that fucking goes.
Yeah.
Hope it
But-
doesn't get stopped like KOTOR does. Just
Dude,
halted.
don't remind me, no.
Dudude, I got so sad. I got so sad.
Man, I was
Like,
so
I just-
depressed
they
after
shouldn't
reading
have said
that.
anything, bro. They shouldn't have said anything.
They
Just
should just be
don't
quiet.
say anything.
I know.
Well,
They-
well, no,
they
those
fucked that
shareholders
up.
are probably going to be like, "What's going on, man? We're not seeing what we're supposed to be seeing." I'm like, "Well, we got a real different crew now."
They
point.
fucked.
That's
They
a good point.
fucked. They fucked up so bad with. I mean, I've heard something because we do the video game show. Like I've heard some things from certain people. It's like that game was not. That game was like maybe like 5 years away
Jesus
from today.
Christ.
That's
Yeah,
so
like
wild.
why are you
Like-
announcing something that you haven't even started? It's so stupid.
I know it is so fucking crazy to me that they just fumbled that back. That's
You
like that
made
bat.
me
That's
so
like that
depressed
bat.
just now.
That's like that Batgirl movie that they finished, and they're just
Dude,
not
can
releasing.
you-
It's like $90 million Batgirl
Can you
movie.
imagine putting all of that work into a movie? It takes so fucking long to make a movie like that. And then for them to just be like, nah, we're not doing it. It's like, fuck. I'd be so mad.
The movie's done. That
I
movie is
know.
done. You can watch that movie, but they won't put it out. That is crazy.
That would be my Joker
That-
arc if that happened to me, dude. I would.
Yeah. There's so many pictures of like these first time actors being like, I'm so excited. This is my first time on a, my debut. I'm so excited to see for you to see what we've made. And it's just like, well, we made it, but no one's going to see it. That is crazy.
Chris, the fact that you said that game is 5 years out from now crushed me just now.
Well,
That crushes my heart.
what I heard, the official news report or what's being reported is like that game was like 2025 at the earliest, but in all likelihood it was like 2026, probably like fall that game was coming out. and
That's
they, I guess,
fucking wild.
because they gave it to a studio that only made ports. Like, they never made a game before, but they were like, oh, we'll try this. And apparently they had a vertical slice that they showed to the publishers, and they were like, this is not where we need it to be. It's not good. It's fucked.
Give it to a competent studio. Like, what the fuck? This game has so much.
They have money.
Yeah, the money that this game could make, dude. Investors should be
one
like
of the most famous RPGs ever.
Yeah.
Like, literally, it's one of the fundamental like RPGs.
Get a good
And
studio behind it, and investors will be like
Right.
coming all over this project. Like, what the fuck?
You know
But
what?
isn't it telling?
I was gonna say I would put like Obsidian behind that.
Yeah.
Like I would have those guys do it, the Fallout
That'd
New
be
Vegas
perfect.
guys.
That'd be perfect.
Because I feel like they could do it.
Yeah.
But
Or just wrangle
doesn't
it
the
make sense?
BioWare group. The old BioWare guys
But
wrangle
guys, think
them
about
back
it.
up.
But think about it though.
you don't want
Think about
BioWare.
it. Doesn't,
old
but doesn't
BioWare,
it
not the
make
new one.
sense?
Who do you think the old BioWare is, Kingston? The old BioWare is BioWare.
Really? I feel like a lot of people are gone. Definitely gone.
I mean, yeah, but like they left way after they fell from fucking grace.
true.
BioWare's not, you know.
I mean, look.
But
Mass Effect Legendary Edition was fine. That's why it's like, all right, cool. Like, I have hope that they could recover or something like that. But I'm just saying, with the track record of what's been happening with BioWare, it's just fitting that one of their games would end up disastrous, even though they're not even touching it. It just makes sense. Isn't that just the narrative now that like that
It is
it's
so
just
sad.
associated? And they're like, of course this was doing to fail. Like, and you think about, I thought Mass Effect Andromeda was just a warning to all developers, like, don't do this. Don't fucking show these trailers and shit and your game's not even. They have no idea what they're doing, and they're like, "Oh, this shit's coming soon." They're like,
they really rendered
Stop.
a full-on cinematic trailer for KOTOR as
Yeah,
if they
it's
had
so
anything.
bizarre.
That's what makes it crazy. That's like something you do when it's like a year out.
Yeah.
Dude, it's not even the craziest shit that's happened. Like, I mean, BioWare famously, like when they showed Anthem off, that game wasn't real. Like the people at the studio didn't know what they were building yet. And then they saw the trailer for Anthem at E3 for the first time along with everybody else.
Right.
And they were like, oh, I guess that's what we're trying to make. That is real.
And Anthem
Like,
was
this
a placeholder. The name.
Yeah.
It's not even like that. It's not even like it has nothing to do with what you're doing. They just call it Anthem, and then they just ran with it. Like, what a disaster!
The games industry is so,
I'm so
fucked in so many ways.
I'm so
but
upset, dude. You know what scares me the most? One of my favorite.
You're never gonna get your KOTOR.
No, you know what
sorry.
scares me the most? There's like a game that like I really want. Like right now, Baldur's Gate 3 is a game that I'm like really excited for. And it's
You're never
not
gonna get
done yet, and it's just scaring. Like they're like, hey man, we'll be done soon. They gave us a little bit to hold on to.
Can't you buy it like fully? Can't you buy like the $60?
You can purchase the game for what it would be, but it's only like a beta of it right now. And when the whole game comes, when the whole game comes out, you'll just have the whole game.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, imagine pre-ordering that shit fucking like years in advance.
I did, bro. I did. I got a
Hey man, hey Kingston. At least you've got some of it. at least because KOTOR. Because let me tell you something. I'm gonna rip the Band-Aid off right now. KOTOR is not happening. Like, KOTOR is that is not. It's not going to be given to a new studio. It's not going to be a resurrected project. That's a dead game.
Yeah.
Maybe in 5 years it'll start up again, but we're a ways away from getting a proper KOTOR remake.
That's so sad. Why'd they even
It is
show
sad.
me, bro?
It is sad. It is sad, but you should know that.
Oh man.
Don't get your
It's
hopes
like
up.
don't. Why did you even
say
tease
it, bro.
us?
Don't even say you got it.
Don't worry, man. You can still look. The best thing you can do is just fucking overhaul the shit out of the game and make it look like maybe it was Xbox 360. That's the closest thing you can do.
Nah, bro. Play it on the
It's like
on
a
the
really,
Switch,
like,
bro.
just the-
Play it on the Switch like
the
I
most-
do.
Is it on the
It
Switch?
is.
I might pick it up.
I love
no,
those
you-
games
you-
so
you-
much. It's that news depressed the fuck out of me.
I know.
It is.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's
Anyway.
such a good idea of Star Wars, and they just shat in it.
It's always good to end shows on depressing notes.
Disappointments.
There's one final question, and then we'll wrap it up. I have no urethra, and I must come. Wrote in. It's a good name.
Okay.
Hello, Elvis. Not a question, but rather a request. It is kind of a question. Please teach these 3 shades of brown how to properly put out good merch for their fans. Also, talk about how you started with Alien and how it works, because that shit's super interesting. I will say, of all of the YouTube, of all of the content creators that I know personally and that I have dabbled in merch with, yours is without a doubt the best of it.
Hell yeah!
And
Hell yeah!
It is just genuinely great shit, and I don't know how you managed to do that, because I can't fathom like any of it.
Well, it just started as like a little ambition project of mine, like I always wanted to put out like weird clothes that you don't normally see people wear, like with monsters and shit on them, that don't have any basis with like connections to anything. I mean, I've kind of changed that recently, but that was just something I wanted to make, and then it just grew from there. And like my passion never faded. Like because it's just something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to have this, like my own clothing brand that was really, really fucking weird. And some people, you know, they gravitate towards that, and they have like the same kind of style as I do. But it's really annoying when I see these other like big influencers releasing brands for money and that's it. Like FaZe Banks, for example, he released this stupid and Jake Paul too. They release these clothing brands, quote unquote, and like they have like one line that they start with, and then they never touch it again. Like it doesn't exist. They put out these clothes, they hype it up, they sell out, and then it's just dead, you know? And yeah, I hate when people do that.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, like, yeah, we are fucking like the commenter, the person, the non-urethra guy or whoever. Yeah, I feel like he's absolutely right. Like we've been doing this podcast for like over 2 years now, and our story is fucking pathetic. It is sad.
I've been trying to get us new like design stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't know where to start. This is so much more shit that I don't get.
I've been in touch with some artists, and there's some ideas that I think are like really, really cool. It's just a matter of like actually, because the thing is, a lot of merch now is, or at least it was back in the day. It's maybe less so now. I'm not actually sure, but I know back in the day it was a lot of other websites handling this stuff for you, like Teespring and like CrowdMade and all. And the reality is like, they're fine, but like the quality that those outlets bring you is not great.
Yeah, it's shit.
You know, it's
I mean, it's not top tier, but it's like, I will at least say it's something for the time being.
Right?
We're not
doing
anything.
Yeah. There's good placeholder stuff. It's just like the thing is, it's like if I'm going to put out anything again, and it's the reason why I haven't done merch in a while. I want it to be as good as possible. I want it to be as high quality as possible. And I want it to be as cheap as possible, and all of those things be true at once.
That's really tough,
and that's very difficult. It's super difficult. I ideally want to have stuff printed and made in the U.S. as well, which is also like a big hassle. But
I want
that I
Indians
think is
to make our stuff. I'm sorry.
they need those pennies, bro.
I want brown people.
They need those pennies, bro. I'm sorry.
I want to get $2 a day.
Because the clothes that I want to make it's like all over prints, or like stuff with designs on the inseam and stuff like that, where it's like I don't want like a t-shirt with like a logo on it. It's like that's cool. I feel we need, but like I want cool shit like that.
I think. Well, if you're talking about, I feel like, because I hear you, but I'm a band tee guy. I'm in the like. I also would like. Oh, I would like people who are like me to rock something like this is something I'm a part of.
No, I think that's good. That's good stuff to add to it. Yeah. I want that also, but like I think it's important to have stuff that's a little bit more. I don't know what the word is.
I'm just saying diversify, baby.
Right.
We have some options.
Because some of my favorite clothes from Alien are just the tees with like the graphics. Like specifically, there's one that I get complimented on a lot. It's like a white one with like a. I wish I had it. Like I think it's in the wash right now.
The split smiley one.
It's like the B movie kind of. It's like a woman and there's like a speech bubble.
Oh yeah,
like
the comic book, the monster, like the guy.
Yeah. I love. That's like one of my favorite
the hoodies.
tees.
I think the hoodies are so fucking cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, my crew neck, dude. With the zipper.
Oh yeah, the alien
chick,
girl.
you know?
Yeah.
The alien girl. That one, no joke. Every single time I step out wearing it, and I started wearing it. It's hot as shit right now in Vegas.
Yeah.
But besides that, I would wear that shit all the time. I'd step out, and every single time somebody would compliment. And I was wondering, I'm like, I wonder if anybody's actually looked it up, because I always tell them where to get it.
Oh hell yeah, thanks, dude.
I'm like, oh, yeah, for sure, man. Because I'm like, dude, I want you guys to wear this shit. I've had these stupid ass kids. They subscribed to you because I was in some chicken place. And then they're like, oh, nice fucking shirt or whatever. And I'm like, all right, faggots. And I told them, I was like, hey, it's, because it's, they're all stupid little dorks. I don't want to talk to them. But I was like, oh, yeah, this is my homie. I was just like, but I told them, I'm like, hey, check out his YouTube channel and stuff. I always subscribed and shit. They're just little, little dumbass kids. So you might have some kids watching you now. You might have some little freaks. 14 years old or something. I don't know.
Oh my god, my dad does the most embarrassing shit. So my dad is like a huge. I don't know. He's like obsessed with it. It's weird. Like it's cute, but it's like I don't know. He wears them all the time, and he walks around with the clothing. And obviously, he's like an elderly guy, so it's just weird that like these clothes are kind of, they're kind of weird to see on a person like him. But anyway, whenever someone,
I know,
people compliment him when he's wearing that stuff, because it's kind of like outside the box, and you don't see people wearing like his age group anyway. And they're like, "Oh, sick shirt!"
Right?
And he'll like rush up to them and be like, "Hey, come here." He's like, "Guess where I got it." And he'll like give him this whole spiel about me and my channel, and it's so embarrassing.
It's my fucking son. My son's better than you.
My dad does that as well, except he does it in a mean-spirited, sarcastic way. Where when I used to put out shirts, there was one specifically, like it was like the most generic one. It was like one of my channel logo at the time. Yeah. And it was just like bare minimum, like, I don't know, if you want to, it's more of a donation shirt, quite frankly. But I remember I invited them to come out to LA, because I was like, hey, come see where I'm at. We'll go out and we'll hang out, and we'll go to the beach, and we'll do all this stuff. And I took them to Universal. Yeah. And when I went to pick them up from the hotel, my dad was wearing my logo shirt. and I was like, Dad, what are you doing? And he was like, what, you don't like my shirt? I just love my son. I just want to support my son. And I'm like, Dad, I really need you to change. It's like really embarrassing. And he was like, I didn't bring any other clothes. And it's like, you didn't bring any other clothes across the country? You have other shirts.
It's like our
parents, Chris Ray gun gear, dude.
Our parents just can't wrap their heads around the fact that we just don't want people to know we're YouTubers out in the real world.
No, but he understood. He knew it would make me uncomfortable. He just did it to fuck with me. Yeah. And then but it ended up. But what was cool about that is that I took them to Universal, and we were standing in line, and one of the people working recognized the shirt. Oh my god! And they were like, "Hey, Chris," and I was like, "Hey, oh my god!" And I was like, fuck. "Hey, but it ended up because it was like, hey, I mean, I shouldn't be doing this, but like, there's pretty much like nobody in the VIP circuit. Do you guys want tickets? And I was like, abso-fucking-lutely, I do not want to wait in lines. So like it kind of worked out that he did that, but it was still so it was so harrowing, the thought of like not having that. You know what I mean? Like just being in like a normal roller coaster or like amusement park waiting line for like 45 minutes, standing next to somebody who's just constantly advertising. Oh my God, yeah. It was like it was a lot hilarious. More palatable once I realized we could just keep moving.
I refuse. My mom's asked me multiple times to send her some merch, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I never do.
Yeah, I've
never. It's been years, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna, because she's gonna do that same bullshit. But I will say, for the first time, because I don't like nobody, all the most YouTubers like being left alone. That's why you do it. You just do YouTube, stay in your room and shit. I didn't have a car when I first moved to Vegas because I'm like, I don't need to go anywhere. I just work from home. It's fine. But I have one now, blah, blah, blah. I went to the big Walmart that I never go to, and immediately I see this guy looking at me kind of like in a way, and I was like, first I thought he was just you know, there's a certain demographic in Vegas that they don't like the mask and all that shit. And I'm wearing a mask. So I'm like, is this guy going to actually say something to me about wearing a mask? Like, you pussy. But he came up and he's like, oh, I recognize you because your fucking ears. And then he gives me Slipknot tickets. And I was like, oh,
Holy
okay,
shit.
that was fucking awesome.
Dude, where are you guys finding these fans? I feel like whenever someone recognizes me, it's always the most awkward shit in the world. I'd be walking with like my wife down fucking like some random sidewalk, and then someone passes me, they give me this like glare, and they point at me like they're trying to like jog their memory, like, wait a minute. And I'm like, oh fuck. And I know where it's headed, so I just stand there awkwardly until they remember. And then it's just like, oh my god, blah, blah. And it's the worst experience. I never get anything out of it. Where do you guys find these fans that give you shit?
What's crazy for me is that I get recognized so much. It's infuriating.
Well, you're a skyscraper. It's hard to you're so fucking tall.
I'm definitely huge. And like I understand that like that's something, but like I went to like Disney. I went to Disney with a bigger YouTube, like a proper like over 1 billion sub YouTuber, and I got recognized and Nate didn't. And I was just like, what the fuck? They were like, hey, wait,
who'd you go to Disney?
I'm not
with?
gonna say, but like I literally I went to go to Disney with like a big creator. Like they're definitely way more noticeable than I ever.
It was Blair White.
Am.
It was Blair White.
Was it Blair?
Okay, you guys found out. Me and Blair went on a date. We went on a date.
It was Jordan Peterson. It was Jordan Peterson, Blair White,
and Joe Rogan and me, and we all went to Disney. We were all hanging out, and then it was like, "Oh, dude, are you Tom Sweeney?" And I was just like, "Yeah." Like, "Yo, dude, can I have a picture?"
And no one.
Meanwhile, this other person is a content creator, actually, and they were like, "Oh, later, dude." And he was like, "Really? No one."
It's because those photos of you go viral all the time. Like, there's like photos of you just like squinting.
Didn't somebody like use your photo that's like not like you know what I mean? As a regular
a pro fighting game player used my image, and I was like, "That's me." Why am I didn't know that meme existed. Even
you're digital blackface now, dude.
Damn,
you're digital
bro,
blackface. No, you graduated. You made it.
Look at me, man. I'm immortal.
Like you're what all those the white people complain about that shit. You can't use that. You're not black. But
what a picture of the reaction images.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't. Exactly. You remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
That's the worst period of time. Like, worst period of humanity.
Oh my god! When they said it was blackface, didn't they? Well,
digital blackface.
There's so many worse things happening. There's so many worse things happening, and people are mad about that. It's
so
insane.
dumb.
It's so fucking silly. But like the thing, I don't know, man. That I will say, most interactions I have are fine. I'm never like that is the one time that I got anything really. Like was those VIP tickets.
Yeah.
A huge gift.
Yeah.
But like most of the time I'm like, I'll go to a Five Guys and the guy behind the counter will be like, "Hey, I recognize you," and I'm like, "Ha, I'm getting a burger." And he's and I kind of think it's like, is he just gonna give me one? And it's like, no, I still have to pay. So it's like, all right, whatever. Fucking who cares? Like, so most of them are like, I've had some awkward ones where it's like, I remember specifically there's this one awkward interaction I had in Glendale like a few years ago where like I was stopped on my way home and then they kind of like they were doing this thing.
God!
Where they had like the phone, as if I don't know you're like taking pictures.
There's not a light on.
Like, it's like, that's like somebody who shows up at a party with like a phone like this in their pocket. You know what I mean? Like what the like no one
or the kid.
No one. You're clearly suspicious.
Or the guy that doesn't wear glasses wearing big rim glasses with a weird hole in the middle. You're like. Like, dude, what are you doing, man? Like, I know you're recording.
Like a GoPro on their forehead.
But
hey,
I don't know. The moral of the story is that you should all go to. You should also check out Alien Clothing.
Hell yeah! Buy something. I love money.
Dude, it's dope shit, man. It really is.
I've really never. Cool.
I'm telling you, two shirts. I have a Black Dahlia Murder shirt that I wear. People always go, "Oh, nice" and stuff, especially since the lead singer died recently. So
yeah.
But seriously, that fucking crew neck, man, is like is a lightning rod for attention.
I want to get it, but I don't know if they have giant size.
We're not
bigger than everything else. I don't know if they have huge.
No, I think they do, man. I got you hooked me up. I got an XL. And it's big on me. It's so like if you get probably like a 2XL, dude, it would fit you like a fucking glove.
that'd
Dude.
be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I really, really pride myself on caring about the stuff we put out. So like I spend so much time like going back and forth with artists and making sure that like that what we put out is not just like something that you would see on, I don't know, like an Instagram ad or something.
Yeah. It is good shit. We're not trying to kiss his ass. It's just genuinely
cool
good.
shit.
And, you have seen, I'm sure, like if you go back through like several episodes of the podcast, you'll see me wearing like a bunch of them. Like they're good shirts.
Good shit.
I think I actually wore it on when I was doing the Elden Ring drunk.
Oh, hell yeah.
when I took a shot every
yeah.
time I died in Elden Ring, I was wearing like the black and white.
I love
smiley
that.
too.
That was a funny video. You were passed out at the end.
That was a really, really terrible idea, but
yeah, I imagine.
it was.
I thought it was funny.
I like
I
that
thought it was
video.
funny. He was dying, and I was like, "Dang, this is hilarious." It's how you gonna go out like this.
I love Chris dying. Chris dying is funny. I use it now. Like I'll wear it at the gym too sometimes because I'm just like it just looks good. Just doing cardio.
That's
and
a good
I'm
one
just
too.
like, fuck, let's go.
Yeah,
So,
you get a bunch of
it's
stuff
good
like
shit.
that too. Yeah. But yeah, check out Alien Clothing. Check out Elvis the Alien's channel, obviously. But I think that's where we're gonna wrap things up.
Wrap it
All right.
up.
Wrap
Hell
it up.
yeah.
I appreciate you coming on,
Yeah,
man.
Thanks for being here, bro.
This
We
was
appreciate
super
it.
fun. This is like the fastest 2.5 hour podcast I've ever been on. Like I'm, like most podcasts I've been on, like not throwing any shade, but like an hour. When you get to like that 59-minute mark, it kind of feels like you're like, okay, well, it's over now.
100%.
But for you guys, it just like it's super natural, just like going into the next topic. It feels
Yeah.
like there was never a moment of oh my god, just say something. Yeah.
Yeah, we try not to be super rigid because I find that annoying and
And
boring whenever I'm listening to it.
I honestly do listen to
But-
you guys like when I'm just doing random shit. I think you guys have really fun banter. I'm honestly a fan of the podcast. It's really good.
I'm sorry about
Thanks,
that.
brother.
It's funny. I love it.
I appreciate that,
Yes.
man.
Thank you, dude.
Means a lot. But yeah, we're gonna wrap things up. So if you like what you heard today, consider supporting us over at patreon.com/snarktank. $1 a month gets you early access to every episode and access to bonus solo episodes. $5 gets you a question read on the show, where you can ask questions to guests or ask questions to us. There's gonna be more guests coming soon, so stay tuned
Very
for that.
soon.
Very soon. $10 gets you access to the Discord server. That's one payment in. You're in for good. Feel free to jump around in there. There's a fucking cacophony in there. And $25 gets your name dyslexically read at the end of the show, which I will do now. Alrighty. Nikki Zicki, rectal lacerator. That face that with the emoticons just going like this. I farm horses for their milk. Sweeney loudly screaming the N-word in my dead silent ninth grade English class because my headphones unpaired. Stormboy's life and what he like. Why is there so much Rule 34 of Spider-Man fucking Lucina? Seriously, what the fuck? Look it up. Your noble truth. I have no urethra and I must come. I eat my boogers because they taste like my favorite jelly bean flavor. Boogers. Fuck traveling overseas. I'm trying to travel into her ovaries. Mojave Scribe. Elsie Bray's Pyramid Scheme, a.k.a. Drip MH. Nancy Pelosi killing a Palestinian with her massive tits. Obi Won't You Blow Me. A Fukin Prawn. Glasses are just real life FOV sliders. Zach Cool Numbers. Sweeney, I am in your walls. Prepare your butt. XOXO. Big Papa Shack. Tevin DeBlack. Kevin DeGremlin. Binkus Stinkus. George Hardar Martin. George Hardar Martin. Where'd he go? A bunch of things that I can't pronounce because it's like upside down English, but also like fuck you. Mitch McConnell's Tortoise Shell. Saint Maxi from the makers of They Them Pussy. It's They Them Come. All's the Wall. Okay, you said it right. Making out with Dave Rubin to own the libs. Mega Man X8 guy. I give up. Out of funny Battle Network Legacy Collection. Let's go. Avi. Welcome to Andrew Tate's Kidnapped Women and Little Dick Emporium. Fragile Masculinity sold separately. Pause. Derek, take your tits out. I need something to jerk off to. Kingston said no earlier. Wage Slave 583. Long Schlong Magon. I feel gay. Fuck you. Before he could react, Sonic was on his knees, pulling down his pants, revealing his cock. Sonic froze, heart pounding, staring. Dead inside. The Papini Brothers Emporium of Bullet-Filled Uncles. Shrinkus Funkledunk, the warlock who is using transversive steps. Hey, stop it. Paraplegics aren't people because people are bipedal. Got my glasses off, but I wear contacts. I can still see. I have PPSD. Fun fact, palindrome is a word or name that reads backward or forward the same. Imagine being named Regina. Damn. Have a nice day. Tell him Steve Dave, Antivis Maximus, wielder of the enchanted bike lock. God is dead because Amber Heard shat in his bed. John Strickland, Sweeney has so much chuckster energy. How has he not chucked Chris into the abyss? Merck's 1889, Downey McFrowny, alternate universe Sweeney, where he's the same in every way except he's also a big Reagan supporter. The oddly sexual moaning of the biometric scanner and solar opposites. The first Church of Keith David, not gay, just topping the First Church of America to assert dominance. Why do Puerto Ricans talk so fucking fast? Duncan Doulahan, Pre-Roz, Ain't That a Kick in the Dick, Blake 896, Ryan Lucchesi, Sloshy Scout, Maximus Sussus, brother of Sussus Totalis, the son of Impostus Among Us. God Christ. Depraved McBooty Warrior, Ba Booty. Chris has a high voice for a lesbian, back and no longer on crack. Oh, hey, what's up? I remember that name. Alaskan Oilfield Trash, Marcus Shorten, Sue Hulk. Oh, Sue Hulk. Game Controller 25, Danny DeVito's Draconian Return, Marcus Penis and his Hammer of Dong, Lobotomized Jesus and his merry band of figure naggots, Dark Sus Gwendolyn, the non-binary incel who accidentally clicked on Tumblr in 2009 and now wears thigh highs and hates capitalism, To Infinity and I'm gay, the only stick I touch while driving is my penis, parentheses I masturbate while driving, wasn't an escalation but a brief moment of levitation, yummy 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 come inside my tummy, Jackson Absage, Badly Brave, Hugger Derek the movie theater manager, Aetherian, Chris Gate, Muppetry hunting ass to save our Mother Earth from any alien attack, from vicious giant insects that have once again come back, the one true king of haphazard, except no substitutes. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed Elvis the Alien. Sorry we couldn't do this live. We were running low on time, and we kind of went over time, and we didn't want to make Elvis wait through the credits because he had to go. But thanks for popping in. Thanks for popping in. Goodbye.